Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Yes, everyone, welcome back to Cannibal Simulator.
If that's what we're going to call it. Hello, poster. Kyle was always an emo. You're right, Kyle always was an emo. And you're a twink? What the fuck? Man, your sister's just really fucking just full of emotion. I'm pretty sure twinks are like really scrawny people.
Little Asians.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
This is not looking good.
Actually, that reminds me. So apparently, if I remember correctly, the God of War guys could react to the God of War comic live, like on live stream. Were you gonna at some point attempt to react to the prototype comic at some point?
Are they reacting to Fallen God, where he crosses Egypt and they try and lie that there's a dimensional barrier?
Yes.
Why are you quiet?
I'm not quiet. I'm just thinking this out back in my head when the stream actually happened. Well, okay, there was a crocodile there, so is that the one with Egypt?
It could be.
Listen, hear me out for a minute. There's a barrier. Can Alex beat Goku?
No.
Now hang on a minute. What if he just walks up to Goku one day and just attacks him on the street while Goku's not looking?
I mean, if he's not looking.
Oh, that makes everything better. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wait, didn't this game come out around the same time Web of Shadows did?
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Spider-Man Web of Shadows?
I know what game you're talking about. I just what day.
Parker, Karen I. DOB 1176. Doctor
Genetics,
Rutgers
University,
University,
72-2003.
72-2003.
Gent,
Hired
Special
Gen
Projects,
Special
21-2002.
2002.
Director, genotyping, level D access, reported to Director McMullen, Raymond M. Romantically involved with Mercer, Alex J. Wanted for questioning. Subject is to be detained and transferred to base 6 Charlie Alpha 1.
So, like, fucking detained for questioning is just beaten repeatedly. Understood? They must be American. Alex J. I guess his name is Al. Well, actually, what is his character's name, Kyle?
Alex.
So where did J come from?
That's his middle name.
So what's his name?
Alex J. Mercer.
Do they never tell you what the J stands for?
No.
Alright, fair enough. They should remake this game. I don't think you'd be able to look effectively. A lot of these new games don't fucking have this sort of like... As weird as it sounds, a lot of new games don't focus on gameplay. They focus more on other aspects.
Speaking about, like... Yes, that was very sneaky.
Genius.
Speaking about reacting to the comics, we can react to the Legacy of the Beast comic if you want.
I'm good. I don't want to have another 3-hour argument with you on how a character's canon works.
Not my fault, you're a dumbass who doesn't know how mascot canon works.
No, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Keep your bullshit mobile game scaling to yourself. Oh hi, let me just have immunity to 30 different types of attacks that are pretty fucking busted. Don't mind if I do. It stands for justice. He is a One Piece Marine. Mercer probably fucking I'd say he'd probably lose in One Piece just because he like gets speed stomped.
Unironically, unless you're even if you're a Logia type, I think for the most part, he'd pretty much like destroy a lot of them.
Well, so the problem is that, well,
No. The problem is that if you touch him, you're fucked. Like if you physically touch him, he can just infect you.
yeah, but he can't infect fire and sand, though, can he?
That all depends.
What do you mean that all fucking
Because-
depends?
Well, because if you go by the guidebook statement, Elizabeth Green can use infectious energy, so you can literally just say that he can just hit them with energy that's infected.
Okay, but the problem is that, like, this is a biological virus. You can't assume it'd work on, like, a fucking Logia type since they become literally the element they eat.
Yes, which is usually energy.
Can she infect fire? Like, I understand she can throw out infected energy, but we don't even know what the properties of that infected energy do to somebody. Like, I would assume it infects people it hits, but there's, like, do we ever get an example of, like, infecting, like, a fire or something?
All we know it's literally energy manipulation. So you'd literally have to take that to its best conclusion. Move. I'm going to team at square you.
The fuck is wrong with you? I would disagree with that one. Something. Well, at least the
Also-
cars move out of your way. Never mind.
Also, when you say like, oh yeah, One Piece should be able to beat him, it's like, well, unless any of them have molecular destruction, I think you're gonna be shit out of luck.
No, like even if they can't directly kill him, he can't do shit in that verse.
Give him enough time, and he'll infect the place enough that, yeah, he'll do something.
No,
because
he shows up on one island and then gets fucked. He's worse than the devil fruit user. He can't cross water. It's like a fucking vampire.
No, he can cross water. The infection is not water-bound.
Yeah, so then you literally just throw him on an island and just take care of him.
Airbound. You do realize that it can literally be airbound, right?
But it never fucking... He has to spread it willingly.
Okay, so
It
this
doesn't
is where I know you never paid attention in school because you don't understand what vectors are.
Do you even have proof that's how it works in this series?
Yes, you literally see it work via air in 2.
You mean after he's already developed a stronger virus?
You see it in 1 as well.
Why the fuck you lying, bro?
That's literally how most of the people get infected in Penn Station.
Even then, though, weren't the birds become infected before that point? Or are you going to tell me they can become carriers for this?
That I don't know. Alex was infected because he landed directly on it when he got shot.
Okay, so you're telling me then, like, unless someone fucking directly touches a bird or eats the bird, they won't get infected? Wait, speaking of fucking vectors, do you even know how this fucking disease is actually transmitted? Or is it just transmitted through direct fucking contact? Because that's how everyone else seems to get fucking infected.
By air and by contact.
So why the fuck isn't everyone infected around you then? Like, and I mean in cutscenes too. Like, why the fuck isn't everyone around Alex, like, just randomly infected? Like, why is his sister not infected?
Because he can choose.
But, very convenient. Very convenient that when he doesn't even know he has the power, he can fucking infect, he can choose not to infect somebody. Very convenient, Kyle. Take your bullshit and shove it up your ass. I've been good.
Bro, that's like asking logic from a lot of different games.
No, okay, so then where is it demonstrated in the cutscene that it spreads through the air? Is that demonstrated in Prototype 2 or not?
It's demonstrated in Prototype 1 and 2.
Okay, so when is it going to be spread through the air? Like, at what point am I going to see a cutscene
When
where,
he
like...
when he throws the vial on the ground, and there's literally a black light thing where they ask like, how many people were in Penn Station? I don't know, maybe like 1,000.
Okay, now how many of them came
It's
into direct
literally
contact
going
with the
like
vial?
it doesn't have to be direct contact. It's literally if you're in the vicinity when it got broken, which is airborne.
Okay, are you sure water didn't just splash on them, or liquid didn't just splash on them?
Dude, it's a fucking small vial, and if they're worried about thousands of people getting infected, that is not the best argument to try and get them.
Do you have a statement saying it spread through air?
Bruh!
Then shut the fuck up!
Do not be a God of War guy. Literally use your common sense.
I
literally showed you the cutscene for it.
I
It
know!
was in the
And I don't
compilation.
remember that cutscene. Well, so the problem is that you say it spreads through the fucking air, and I'm looking at all this ground covered in fucking infectious disease, and it feels like the only people who get infected are people you directly killed or who directly touched the virus.
Did you also notice that Blacklight, the people who are specifically made to fight this, are wearing respirators?
That's just standard practice in case something goes wrong. That's just standard practice.
No, it's fucking
That's
not.
literally standard practice against any fucking biological contamination. Fuck out of here.
Wow. Fuck off.
Show me the skin, fucker. Anyways, Alex Mercer versus Wamu stats equalized. Well, Kyle?
Ooh. Wamu?
He's saying Wamu.
Ooh. Outside of speed, I'd probably give it to Alex.
Wow.
Wait, that's equalized? Alex.
Wow. Wouldn't you assume Wamu's absorption is just better than Alex's?
Why would you?
Because he can literally just walk through somebody and warp it. I'm seeing you fucking juggling
Yes,
around
and
midair.
Alex can do that in the comic as well. And he's also, he can literally change his body instantaneously.
But does Alex choose to do it, or is it casual?
Either.
Okay, no, see.
He also has a higher form of it. He can do it on the molecular level. We don't know how like good Wamu's is.
Who is Wamu? Wamu's a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He's one of the Pillarmen. Isn't it confirmed the Pillarmen are immune to all diseases?
Not from what I remember.
I'd have to recheck part 2, but I'm pretty sure they had like fucking resistances to fucking biology.
Well, the problem with that is that, again, you have to prove that they can be immune to something like the black light.
At least I assumed that was us. Karen worked at Gentech. Maybe she could explain what was going on with me and how to control it. I know now. Freeing Elizabeth Green was a mistake.
Oh, how long, Kyle, was that? Everything she touched?
Affecting everything she touched.
Get the green. Find out who did this.
Fuck you.
I thought she was the key to all of this. In a way. I knew we were connected.
There's Cam.
Who's
Victims of
these subjects of common experiment?
common experiment, and I didn't know.
How strong is Alex?
But I
Kyle's almost done with his Hellsinger video.
put this thing together.
So once he's done with that one, he'll do his versus matchup. Wow, hey Kyle, for your airborne virus, this is a real fucking slow infection.
Yeah, you say that for now.
Must be a fucking slow starter, huh? Hellsinger, what's that? It's this game Kyle played on his channel recently. It involves some demon girl thing. Unfortunately, I couldn't. Unfortunately, the game ended really quickly because Kyle, while drunk, little too strong.
Get there, destroy that, and collect the material. Then head uptown to get the material from the hive.
Whatever's happening here, this is only the beginning.
Thank you, Alex, for that. How the fuck did Alex get away with this fucking, like, outfit? He looks like a fucking assassin from Assassin's Creed. He looks like Desmond when he comes back to Abstergo.
I actually think this came out around the same time as the first Assassin's Creed, if not before it.
Listen, guys, if you guys are ever worried about copyright, remember this fucker exists in the same world where Assassin's Creed does.
Again, I think this came out either the same year, if not before Assassin's Creed did.
Well, let's find out right now.
Did Assassin's Creed come out in 2007? Or 8?
Prototype came out 2009.
It's one of the things where I call bullshit on like the virus not being able to survive in water. I think it's just moving water.
Alright, yeah, no, you're completely fucking wrong. Assassin's Creed came out in 2007. Assassin's Creed 2 came out the same year as a prototype. That was much. So if they go around infecting water, why does the water look gross as shit?
What do you mean?
Shouldn't the bacteria be like why is it infecting the water tower per se?
Yeah, it's an incubator.
Whatever the fuck that means. Why are you killing these people? They're doing nothing wrong.
It's shooting me.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Punishment.
Punishment.
Rude.
Oh, heaven forbid they're being rude. It's called self-defense. You don't get to make the self-defense argument when you're a giant fucking razor blade.
Authorizing Team Delta Indigo Charlie.
How does Bayonetta scale the singularity when before there were instances where she would have either died or got knocked out if an alternate genre Bayonetta saved her and they ended up dying? Okay, so this has always been a problem with Bayonetta as a character when it comes to her final fights. She always struggles against her final bosses. So the problem is that normally you would say she doesn't scale. The problem is that the actual gap in ability is so massive at this point. Hey Kyle, what are those fucking things doing?
What's what doing?
What the fuck are they dropping?
Oh, it's infection. It's virus material.
Man, if that's the airborne variation of the virus, I don't think it's all that dangerous if I can just move around it. Knocked her out or killed her. One reason is that she can take Singularity's attacks. So, the problem this time around is there's no QTEs in the Singularity boss fight. So, you don't even have the argument of scripted boss fight events outside of, I think she does take a few blasts from him. I think I can, like, here, let me look at the boss fight real quickly. The first part of the boss fight's not really worth discussing. The whole Kaiju boss battle was fucking not worth discussing. I remember she does take a few blasts from him. Okay, so here we are on the moon. Kyle, Ozra wants to know some cool things about anglerfish.
Like what?
I don't know. He said, quick, tell me some cool things about anglerfish.
They're one of the most dangerous fish to try and fish for.
Why the fuck are you lying?
What do you want? What do you want from me? That they live very deep in the ocean, like beyond the twilight zone, where there's no light. They basically have a luminescent like lure to get fish to come near them so they can eat them.
They eat fish, Ozra. This is prototype, yes, of this. Hello.
Like, not every animal is all that interesting.
So Madama Butterfly is able to damage a weaker version of Singularity. So the problem is that Singularity gets stronger as the fight progresses. So it's not even a simple case of like, oh, well, she's damaging him, so she scales. Singularity gets stronger over time. Can you kiss an anglerfish and not die? Oh.
I mean, you can. You don't have to kiss on the mouth.
Oh, bro, but I've always wanted to make out with Barack. Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat has a mobile game now, apparently.
It's had several.
No, it has like a new one, like an actual like new hero collector game.
What, fucking land on him? Where'd he go?
Okay, so here's
Oh, thank
Bayonetta. Here's Bayonetta dodging Singularity's blast. So speed-wise, she for sure scales. But again, this is a weaker Singularity. She breaks it. Again, so the problem is that, realistically speaking, the only Singularity worth discussing is going to be the last one. But she is able to damage and break Singularity in his weaker forms. So this is more of an issue with dimensional tiering than it is regular power scaling. If you were to talk about like built like maybe like a fucking city block level character who'd be in the shell of this guy, yeah, maybe he doesn't scale. But the problem is that because this character would be multiversal by default, if you can even like touch them or take a blast from them, you have to be at least multiversal.
Where are they landing?
Southeast Manhattan, but the carrier, the USS Reagan, is supposed to remain off the southern coast. I wonder where those trucks are heading.
Wherever they're going, I'll bet McMullen is there. He did this to me, and I'm gonna find out why.
And then?
Then I'm gonna make sure he never does it to anyone else. Ever again.
Wow, his sister's really cool. Murder. Now again, I'm going to say that only Singularity, the final version, actually scales to multiversal completely, since that's when it becomes one with the multiverse and shit. If you want to say the other versions do, I mean, you can.
Shit. This is a fortress.
Oh no, don't worry, Alex. Just go in there and cough on somebody. Spread your virus through airborne means. Is Bayonetta's voice actor going to be changed or no? Yeah, she already got changed, and it looks like she fucking ruined her chances of getting the character back.
He's in charge. He's the one I want.
Kyle, I know you're thinking to yourself, how am I going to make this the most obvious way possible that I'm literally the monster? But consider his position carefully. Ritual base? I don't think I've heard about them. There's Mercer qualified for low-high regen. What?
I'm pretty sure that's where molecular regeneration gets to it, doesn't it?
I'm not sure. I don't actually know the regeneration tiers per se. Hang on. How do we know? How do we know there will be another Bayonetta game where Bayonetta Razor keeps the mantle? There probably won't be.
This is probably like the final one, depending on how Platinum Games does.
I love the fact that she barely got her third game and they decided to kick her to the fucking curb.
Zeus has been spotted multiple times in this area, and we're breaking out some new tech to pin him down. This unmanned aerial vehicle can detect the virus at less than 10 in an open air. With it, we should be able to box Zeus in and destroy it.
In open air, it's almost as if the virus goes by air as well.
Man, now if only you could prove it infects somebody via air, wouldn't that be great? Yeah, don't play this game with me. You're literally leaving behind an aura of fucking red virus around you. Fuck off. Hey, Cal, look at those black streaks gliding around you. You know air doesn't leave a black-red streak, right?
Those UAVs can detect where I am and where I've been. They'll pick out Dana's safe house, and I can't let that happen.
Bayo 1 much dearer voice than Bayo 3, but Bayo 3 is more seductive. If you think the one that looks like a child looks more seductive or sounds more seductive, I mean, I guess that's a you thing. Oh, it's raining outside. It's okay, Samaj. I should have known you were a Jax main.
Sweep team Alpha Juliet, report. Send in a strike team. Send in a motherfucking strike team. Lost contact with Patrol Alpha Juliet. Strike package Bravo is away. Repeat, Bravo is away. Red Crown is negative.
Don't you bruh me.
Field teams reporting loss of target visual. How should we proceed, Command?
Okay. Bayo 2 has the best Bayo design. Yep, I agree with that. Okay, hang on. So here she is dodging Singularity's attack. She fucking activates Witch Time. However, Singularity just blasts her head on and nearly kills her, almost breaking her watch. And so this is the problem, is like, so after taking 2 hits from Singularity, 2 confirmed hits that we can do, she's dead. She can barely stand, and she's limping around, basically. So, this is where it gets complicated. Everyone, like, what she asked for isn't unreasonable for a AAA game, and I'm like, for Bayo isn't even a household name in her genre. Both Bayo games only did 4 million, which what the reboot made. I don't even think they did 4 million. I think they did 4 million together, if I'm being honest. I don't even think it was like fucking apart. Bayonetta is not a household. It is a household name, but it's a household name because there's so little competition in the genre. As fucked as it sounds, Bayonetta wouldn't be half as popular if it wasn't like any other genre. Oh, it is raining outside. Hello, J Warrior. Yeah, no, I would personally say that. I think Platinum Games should have just given her the money if it wasn't. I don't know, a 6-figure paycheck.
No, she doesn't deserve 6-figure paycheck for that role.
I was gonna say like okay, so It sounded like she asked for 260,000 or 260,000. I think is what she asked for based on like when she said like that's a lie. Well, it's like so. The thing is that like even Ninja Gaiden is more popular. It was Ninja Gaiden suffers from the same problem that like. Kyle, what the fuck are you doing?
Alpha Juliet has left comm. Stay on high alert and engage target.
I just saw town level for Ustanak. What the fuck? Where do you get town level for Ustanak from?
That's it, we're calling it. Detection patrols RTB. Palace has a new deployment ASAP.
Yeah, so the problem is that Bayonetta took 2 hits from a multiversal character and basically just died. If we're gonna call a spade here, unless you give Bayonetta access to a fucking like to all 3 of her forms, she is literally fucking like 5 hits. She's glass cannon as fuck. Also, so I'm gonna say this, Kyle. I don't know if you felt about this. When the original Bayonetta, or when the Bayonetta at the start of the game screamed in pain as she was dying, was I the only one who kind of felt that was a little sad there, like a little pathetic? Like you're gonna scream as you're dying? I mean, like. I know it sounds kind of weird, but all that girl boss energy and you can't take your bones being crushed. Maybe it's just me, but I felt that I felt a little like it's a little weak sauce. She didn't survive the first hit. Yeah, she survived the first fucking hit. But the fucking problem is, like, what the fuck does it matter if you survive the first fucking hit if, like, 3 hits later you're already about to fucking die? Like, Dante might grunt. I don't think Dante would scream. Like, he basically got killed by Urizen. I felt bad for all Bayonetta in the game, man. Like, dang, especially the last boss, like... The real question is, does Viola scale the singularity? That's the real question.
And would you say yes or no?
I mean, she does stab him, and at some point she does destroy, like, a blast from him. But now that I know what the sword says, now I don't know if that's the sword that does it or if that's her. No, Bayonetta can get stabbed. Like, Bayonetta's supposed to be, like, fucking super fucking intense, like, fucking, like, I'm the baddest bitch around situation. And then the other Bayonetta...
Would you disagree with that number?
Yeah, I disagree with that fucking number. And then all the other Bayonettas show up and like, the first Bayonetta blows up her... Okay, so to be clear... Technically, Singularity is not stronger than the other antagonists.
There were outbreaks across the city. There were hunters now, thanks to Green.
Blackwatch quarantined the island.
quarantined the island.
It became clear to me that McMullen, Gentek's director of research,
Director of research had linked us.
he worked for Blackwatch. He had studied Green. Karen and I had worked for him, you know, before. He knew who I was, and maybe what had happened to me. I thought, when I find McMullen, I find myself.
Well, what did he tell you?
McMullen?
Lots of things.
Lots of things.
Some of them even
Some
true.
of them even true.
Then,
Then?
yeah,
Well, then he died.
Nero does scream, but he doesn't scream the way she does. Like, when Nero screams, it's kind of like just a pain scream. It's not like a fucking almost frightened screech. So the first Bayonetta is able to fucking destroy Singularity's strike,
If they can track me, they can track Dana.
and then I think Bayonetta 2 also does it. Also, all demons and I think all demons and angels would technically scale to 2A, or do you just say they're fucking like just not connected to the multiverse? So it doesn't matter. Listen, I'm just saying personally that like for the big girl boss mentality they show Bayonetta off, and I was a little surprised that she fucking screamed like that. I was just kind of like, okay, that's a little weird.
So that's very empowering.
I disagree with a lot of people saying that Bayonetta 3 that Bayonetta 3 ruined like Bayonetta's like female empowerment because fucking Luca shows up to help her. Because Luca shows up to help her like in every game. It's like it's a consistent thing.
So here's my question to them: is just like, so did Baldo ruin that in two?
It's okay, that was her dad.
But a strong woman doesn't need no man, even her father.
At least she's still badass. I mean, technically, at this point, she shouldn't have any power anymore, and Luca is just protecting her in the afterlife. Technically. I don't know. They never explained what happens to a witch who fucking loses, like... Well, no, yeah, John couldn't protect herself as a soul. So Luca's just in the afterlife protecting Bayonetta at this point. No, I saw. Did you see the alphabet? People were pissed that she's a straight cis woman, but like there was never a time where she wasn't. They were literally just projecting their own personal like fucking tastes onto her. Strong women don't have dads. You're right. Strong women don't have dads. They were born out of like their mother's fetus through asexual reproduction. That's what makes them so powerful. I will say it was kind of cool that when you fucking played as like fucking Bayonetta 1, that you summoned the Bayonetta 2 Bayo to help you with attacks. It was never confirmed. How strong is Bayo now? The fucked up part about it is technically nothing's really changed. This is a prototype. So first off, all three Bayos are on the same level with each other because Singularity's only as powerful as the Trinity of Realities, technically, unless you want to argue that being able to destroy with the snap means that it's insignificant to him. But Jubileus was going to destroy it, and I believe Azir was also able to control, like, have power over it. Even if you don't believe Azir was stated to, Azir fucking would have had that ability.
Director McMullen, share your data with the captain. Perhaps it will help him complete his mission.
Mercer, rebuilds on a cellular level. A shapeshifter.
So yeah, the guidebook says molecular. Someone didn't go out for it with someone.
I'm to inject the weapon into the target, Zeus, and bring him in. Sir, with respect. All indications are...
Mercer is a hit. It's an it. I will debrief you. Complete
That's not a good response.
Dismissed.
That's kind of a little shady response.
Captain always did have difficulty seeing the bigger picture.
Uh,
Contact. That's a definite. Redirect any patrols and call up the package request ASAP.
I mean, technically, fucking what's her face also fucking can take blows from Singularity.
So, hang on. I can't see chat. What's a terrible response?
Oh no! I was saying that in general that the general's response to his captain was fucking garbage. Viola technically takes blows from Singularity, so Viola should scale. Actually, you could argue Viola takes better hits than fucking Bayonetta does.
So the weirdest thing about Singularity is that the way he destroys universes.
Yeah. Any other version of Singularity, I don't think you can actually scale the multiversal, only the final form.
Because in every other instance, the way he destroys universes is by killing the Bayonetta of that universe.
Now, granted, you could argue if Bayonetta scales to multiversal if they all scale to each other, but at the same time, I kind of disagree with that. Well, this work is kind of weird. Again, if she is multiversal in like her base form, she's the shittiest multiversal character. Who's Singularity? The main boss of Bayonetta 3. Because she literally has to fucking fusion dance with two other Bayonettas and gain their power to fight him on par with fucking Singularity. So you could argue that she's a third. Yeah, the game's out. Game's been out for like 2 weeks now, I think.
Problem with that is that before or after he loses like all of the Bayonettas inside of him?
So he does lose all the Bayonettas inside of him before that, but the problem is that according to the description, he was getting rid of useless data when he got rid of them. I think here, let me see what it actually says directly. No, so like yeah, apparently they're like, no, he got stronger.
So the problem in a versus match is that like unless you're gonna specify that you're using an actual composite Bayonetta, that's just all three of them together. The Singularity that fights that Bayonetta, like, she's not naturally that strong.
Do I have to actually look this up on fucking Reddit or fucking Wiki? Hang on. Let's see if they have a description. Do they not have the description for fucking Singularities? Fucking Are you fucking kidding me right now? Wow. This is fucking trash.
Theme seems to be these buildings.
Hang on.
They're all areas
Trying to get these.
smaller for direct study. Until all sniffers read them, make sure none are destroyed. Anything it takes to clear the ground. When it's clear, signal.
Okay, bro, did she get a buff in Tyrion since the game came out, or is she the same? It really just depends on if you want to accept, it really depends how you want to accept, Bayonetta's higher dimensionality arguments. So, overall, technically, the scaling did get better, because technically, well, now it's just like outright confirmed that she is multiversal. Or at least that the Trinity of Realities is. You had to rely on one description in the past, but now you don't need that anymore. Bro, seriously, where the fuck is this? Hang on. Did someone get rid of it? Oh, don't fucking tell me someone fucking got rid of it. Bro, are you fucking serious right now? I just want to see what the fuck the description says. Does mean she can tag with the Sparta brothers? I mean, technically yes. I mean, then she'll just immediately fucking die after like 3 or 4 hits. So hang on. What I want to see fucking... I want to see the fucking files. Damn it. Why is it so difficult to fucking find? Son of a bitch. This is kind of fucking annoying. I guess the guy who had the videos up fucking deleted them. And the fucking wiki doesn't have it on there. I'm sure VSB fucking has it probably. Okay, let me go back to the questions over here. So, yeah, so technically no buff in scaling unless you just mean confirmation. Want the Bayonetta and 3 be a tad bit stronger than 1 and 2 because she technically saved all Bales before facing off against Singularity? No, because the other Bales would just scale there. Weird thing about Viola is that she gets completely exhausted from walking in the desert and can no longer even stand, but the second she's in danger, she immediately recuperates, but when the fight is... Yeah, it's just adrenaline. Does the fusion become undone? I don't think it's ever stated that the fusion undoes itself. So large town will say, yeah, doesn't make sense, yeah. Are they 2B or 2A? They'd be 2A. Well, technically Dante is 9th dimensional at the current moment. There is an argument for Bayonetta fans that argue Bayonetta is 11th dimensional. Actually, no. Did they increase the number from 11th dimensional to like 15 or something?
57.
No. There was another increase to the number besides 11.
There's nothing that significance like 11 either. And if Daniel keeps trying to say the book shows 11 diamonds, no, it fucking doesn't. You are overlapping diamonds to make imaginary diamonds.
Is anyone trying so hard to downplay Alex? I'm not downplaying Alex. I'm just saying I need proof this virus is airborne.
He does this to every character that I power scale. He fucking tries to gaslight me.
He does this every time when I power scale too. He acts so innocent.
And I am innocent.
Also, all 3... So Bayonetta's combined together with Madonna Butterfly. Oh, right, the volume. Are able to just beat the shit out of Singularity. So there's also that. Also, a little weird they can all summon the same demon to help out, whatever. After the 5 demon hits starts to do gymnastics. Yeah, because everything after... even universe levels all hypothetical, technically. Everything after really galaxy level, and even then galaxies can vary in size and shape. Everything after galaxy level is basically just pure like theoretics. So a lot of people think that when the Bayonettas fade away, she loses the power, but you see the energy go back into her, and they just fade away into nothing. So it's kind of like, we would need a guidebook statement to confirm that. No, the Trinity of Realities itself is not 2A. Only the Realm of Chaos is 2A. I mean, I guess because the Trinity, I guess because the Realm of Chaos is part of the Trinity, sure, but that's not entirely the way you would do that. Also, what the hell is Singularity's ability when he crushes them with fucking rock? Oh, the other problem too is that after Bayonetta fucking even merged together, she's basically out of the fight. Singularity would have killed her if it wasn't for fucking Luca.
That to see the office of the president, you have to look down.
And what did they have you work
Viruses.
Viruses. Odd viruses.
These viruses,
Viruses.
would you classify them as biological weaponry?
Biological weaponry?
It would be hard.
It would be hard not to.
How do you level up? Kyle, how do you level up? Like that. So what is Luca? Technically just normal dude. It just so happens that Luca's the only character who did the multiverse concept decent. Because you have Fairy Luca, who should have just been a fucking Lumen Sage, for being honest. And then you fucking have Werewolf Luca, who was just corrupted into a werewolf at some point.
Do you mean Bayonetta should have been a Lumen Sage? Or at least a male version of Bayonetta out there somewhere?
Dude, the fucking Bayonetta multiverse is the most disappointing thing ever. It's the same fucking bitch everywhere, just with a different color hair. What a disappointment. So what?
Well, they could have even given the fans what they wanted, an actual gay Bayonetta.
Bayonetta should be 2A by now. Let me take a look. I'm pretty sure she's already 2A without Bayonetta 3. Oh, wait, she's only 2C? Did they not accept? Alright, fair enough. Yeah, so 2A Bayonetta should be on the way.
Yeah, and funny enough, given the fact of the multiverse, still nothing for immeasurable speed.
He's not wrong. So Luca's technically some sort of demon werewolf now, with a star constellation that I don't think is ever properly explained. Also, fucking...
Due to go inside a hive, the substance at the center of the material the virus is in. I think it's the key. With it, I think I can reverse the effect of the virus. And Alex,
For what it's worth,
sorry.
I'm sorry it had to play out like this.
Don't be sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Just cure this thing.
Just cure this thing.
Wow, he's so emotionally connected. I can see how they were a great couple. Yeah, you got a nice little chuckle on that one, didn't you?
He's the type of guy, after he's had sex, he'll tell you to get out of his bed and get the fuck out of the house.
I live with you! What did I say? What's staying for Singularity making him 2A? It's that he basically has the power of the multiverse. Also, Luca also scales, I guess, since Luca can fight Singularity, but I don't think we get scenes of Luca tanking blows from him, but logically, Luca should scale since he probably scales to Bayonetta. Man, look at all those airborne viruses looking like some Dragon Ball fucking Z-Blast. If you take gameplay into account, technically they all have to be able to fight him to scale to him at all, but like the problem is that, well, you all guys all know how gameplay works. So actually, Kyle, I don't think I ever asked you, what were your actual thoughts with the whole Luca relationship once everything was all said and done?
I mean, at least it was set up even during the first game.
Oh, is that Captain Cross? What is he doing? Wow, no epileptic seizure warning, huh? I'm starting to doubt Kyle an airborne virus. Yes, as you... Well, okay, so actually, real talk for a minute. Kyle, where's his respirator? This is literally a center hive of fucking virus. Like, no joke for a minute. Like, are you sure you want to keep on that respirator?
Again, I never said that this game kept track of its actual story. I'm telling you what's actually in lore. Because in lore, Cross should not even be able to fight Alex.
I guess cross
One
skills.
shot, and he should be fucking... I would say no.
So I guess the way this fight actually plays out in lore is Cross is just dodging all of Alex's attacks. He's doing a really good job for someone who's not fucking virus filled.
I'm out. Time's running out, Mercer. Your little friends want to come out to play.
Cross is doing a better job of kicking your ass than everyone else in this fucking hive. Why the fuck is he leaving? Cross just has really good immune system. Cross just had a good old fucking cup of orange juice this morning. Zim? What Azra? Do you ask a question? Oh.
Always this restless little bundle of energy. Like you're afraid that any minute you're gonna burn out.
Wait, Luca and Bear are together? Yeah, Abyss. So I guess you didn't see the ending of Bayonetta 3, but yeah, Bayonetta 3's ending apparently fucking confirmed that Luca and Bayonetta are a thing. No, but it's even more fucked up than that. Because technically, it's almost like they're always meant to be a thing. So it's not even a case of like, oh, it's just this version of Bayonetta. It's like, she's literally called the Arch Eve, and he's referred to as the Arch Adam.
Drop in now! Now! Fire team, my position, move it!
Man, look at all these people just immune to the black light virus. I've been in this position where I say something and then the next like 3 minutes are just something like just showing the exact opposite, and I'm just gotta sit there and be quiet like, oh no. Oh my god, he actually takes hits. Kyle, he literally touched you. Now, to be fair, I think you could argue that... Thank you, Alex, for not letting... Kyle! Kyle!
Giving him a hug.
Kyle, for fuck's sake, he's literally touching... Oh, please tell me he's infected. Kyle, he's not the Kyle!
You think you've won, Mercer? You don't even know what fucking game you're playing. Well, I can tell you all you need to know about Penn Station.
Kyle, the virus infects everybody it touches. Alex, let me just give you a big old bear hug.
Yes, and he didn't choose to infect him.
Fuck out of here! There's no reason for him not to! He gains all
Why would he?
He gains all the memories of the people he absorbs! Why wouldn't he?
Why would he?
Why doesn't he absorb them then?
What point would there be?
To gain his memories! What the fuck is wrong? Wait, where is he?
He Batman's.
Fuck out. Wait, what? Did he gave you new powers? Oh.
What a shit cancer.
Actually, to be fair, if you lose all your powers but you only have your default strength, that's not too bad. I mean, dude, the Cross was kicking your ass. It said it has the power of the multiverse? Yes. I already answered that one. You know what they say, an orange juice a day keeps the virus away?
Was it the power of the multiverse, or was it Rodon's statement that he could, like, theoretically, with a snap of the fingers, delete the Trinity of Realities?
That's where Rodon says he gained the power of the entire multiverse. The final version of Singularity states he gained the whole power of the multiverse, or became one with it. It's just straight in all universes. I'm gonna call X on that one. You can argue the Egyptian one seems a little suspicious. Wasn't Luca some guy in the first two games? Luca always wanted to smash with Bayo, and Bayo never directly said no, but it kind of always seemed to be implied that Bayonetta like wasn't really interested. She was just kind of she was just kind of flirting with him. That's like removing Superman's flight but keeping all of his stats the same.
Here's what's known. The subject can shift its body structure to a degree. It can fashion portions of its body into a weapon, change its facial features, and perhaps even imitate voices and mannerisms. Long and short, it's a security nightmare.
The problem is that with a case like Superman, like, okay, so Superman having his power, like having his durability, that sounds crazy. So I took Kyle's advice. No, that's always a bad start. And created a deal for Valerie. I'm calling her Melina. I can't wait to write this stuff. Kyle, your suggestion to him was to make more characters.
That was not my suggestion, no. He asked how can I make something more interesting. He asked us both this.
Shit. This might help. No, but they're watching someone for him. Okay, it's this doctor named Bradley Ragland.
Where is he?
I see the fine that
He helps us get McMullen. He's uptown at St. Paul's Hospital. He runs his line. Wait, hold on. There's more.
Didn't the Villain Bale 2 create the realm of chaos? Yes.
See the things they do.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You understand it all. You're supposed to do these things, but it's right.
fine rat.
Find Ragland.
You know, I guess when you look like a school shooter and you have the emotional capability of one, I guess I'd be a little concerned too. So, how do you get rid of this parasite, Kyle? Wait, Kyle, how are you flying? Kyle,
I can just fly.
I thought your powers were disabled.
So the guidebook actually goes further into it. It's just your shape-shifting. Healing is unaffected. It's just your shape-shifting powers.
That's trash. Because they made Luca a fighter, I wanted him to do Patty and Kidia. At least that makes sense. Kidia's already 1A. What are you asking for? So So I'm gonna say it right now. Technically, the final boss of Bayonetta 2 would beat the shit out of Singularity. A0 would fucking destroy this loser.
So this is the problem when people say, like, she fought Azia. She didn't fight Azia, she fought Lopter. He would never be Azia until he got Loki.
Regardless, Lopter, AZ, or whatever you want to call him, would have won.
Thankfully, it seems incapable of crossing water bodies. We've sealed the island's exits. It can be fought here.
Man, Kyle, I didn't hear him say airport. Story allows him to regain his powers back.
It's
What?
I just shapeshifted! Oh, what?
Is this a New Game Plus thing where it just doesn't remove your powers?
No, because all my weapons are not here.
X-ray units.
So then you just can't make weapons then? Or you just can't use any of your special
Apparently I just can't make weapons.
What a shit cancer. Could full power Jubileus? Dude, I'd argue the weakened Jubileus could probably have beat this guy. Well, you see Zim, Mercer doesn't actually fly, he just shows very high and then moves his arms at incredible speed, breaking the sound barrier. I can't tell if you're being serious or not, Pimp. Look at that giant fucking. Basically prevents him from manifesting his weapon forms. He still has his innate abilities. Trash.
Black Watch Spectres minus Spectres body.
Also, Bayonetta 3 gave Bayonetta a massive fucking weakness. Or I don't know how you want to take this. Do you take it as a... Well, so basically, if Bayonetta's watch breaks, she's basically dead. If you break her watch, it seems that she's done.
I think it was implied in 2. 3 just outright confirms it.
Yes, but I hear some people arguing that it's not the watch itself; it's the amount of energy she outputs. But if the if the watch is like
no, that's the source of their power. Because in 2, Jean's decay like slowed down when she had her watch back on her body.
I'm more serious as me, I'm right. Yeah, and so this is what I don't know. Does Gamora just have soul manipulation, or do you just assume that Bayonetta without the watch can't fucking can't keep her soul in her body? So the taking out the heart thing is a little inconsistent. There's Newland's asking if you will hit Prototype 2 up after this one, Kyle, and he's saying he's starting to work on your stuff.
That's the idea.
Your mom.
Secure defense station bodies. I'm taking the heavy armor to destroy a hive. Get control points up in this area at rendezvous with us at Gentech. Yes, sir.
Listen, so the arguments are going to be going forward for Bayonetta is really her matchups are going to come down to two things. Number one, how do you think she scales in the 2A? Because again, she, even while merged, Singularity is still stronger than her. And then the other option on the table is how do you treat the watch? Because depending on how you treat these two things, her matchups either go fucking abysmal or she just gets more... I mean, technically, at least on VSB, she now goes up in the 2A, so good for her, I guess. Yeah, so like fucking Jean or Bayonetta and fucking Luca get sucked into the... Well, they get sucked into Inferno, but you see them glowing blue, similar to how the Fairy Luca did it. So you could argue that they're not even down there, but even if they are, like fucking Luca's probably stronger than everybody in fucking Inferno at this point, except for maybe like fucking Rodin. Except I think Rodin might not even have... I think Rodin might not even be the strongest character anymore. He outright canonically confirms in this fight, like without a doubt, that Bayonetta just beat the shit out of him. Kyle? You know, can I just say that why do they... maybe it's just me. Why the fuck did they make Viola look like Harry Potter at the end of the game?
The thing I don't get is why does Viola look like BuzzFeed Hot Topic?
At the start?
Yeah.
She definitely had a weird design coming into it. Also, can I just say how funny it is that when they first showed her off, she like showed off all serious. Everyone thought like, oh, it's a new Virgil-like character and shit, and then she turned out to be a fucking joke.
You start killing all this men.
It's symbolic for her look like her dad. No, her watch weakness was never exploited. It's just that over the course of the fight, whenever she took more damage, or whenever she used too much power, her watch broke. And the second her watch finally broke, she basically collapsed. No, Bayonetta's summoning has always been like the worst in a versus matchup because literally you have to argue the opponent would stand there and just let them do it. Was Bayo 2A before Bayo 3 scaling? There was an argument with Azir based off infinite possibilities, but nothing really confirmed or concrete. And that's assuming 11D Bale doesn't become a thing. Personally, I think it's a little flimsy.
Yeah, it is. If you're basing it off the diamond argument, it's the worst argument you could possibly make. Because if you actually have a look, there's only 3 or 4 actual diamonds.
Especially, it also doesn't fucking help that, yeah, you kind of have to question, like, if you're looking...
Well, it's also like, when you ask them, like, where did the other diamonds come from, they literally just count all of the... And they say that it's legit all of the intersections of the diamonds when they overcross each other, and it's just like, come on. That's... Really?
So, that's probably, I think, my biggest issue with it in general is that when you're looking at the diamond... The argument they make is that every, like I'll point out, every single intersection of the diamond is part of that.
Roger that. Strike request answered. Package en route now. Over.
Hang on, I'll scroll up real quickly. Bro, where's... Oh, here it is. So, Bayonetta 3 says there are countless universes. I was surprised that she was Luca and Bayo's kid. Those genetics did not show, in my opinion. Do you still have defective cancer, Sim? Kyle, do you still have the defective cancer? Also, Kyle's the one playing right now, not me.
Yes.
Then you better get it checked out. Huh? Anyways, so the problem is that, number one, you have to argue... Oh, hang on, I'll bring this over here so I can take a look at myself. You have to argue that every... So first off, not all of these look like a real diamond. Let's be clear as day on that one. So the problem is that some of these pieces don't really connect to each other. Might as well keep it, it's not harming you. So, like, there's one diamond here. And honestly, so this depends if you want to actually argue if this is even a diamond shape or if this is a diamond or not. Because technically, they never close. Some of these don't even close. But so if you're going to be as fair as possible, it's 1, 2... Hang on, let me see this. So it's gonna be 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's basically 7 diamonds if you don't try counting the spaces in between them. And even then, that might be a little generous.
A little?
A little generous, yeah. Is my refrigerator running, Azura? Of course it is, but I can't catch it because I can't walk because my ankle broke. I asked Kyle, how's your journey through Nona November going? That silence sounds like someone who's already failed.
For what?
Nona November?
You participate in that bullshit?
I'm sorry, Kyle. Do you not know the benefits of the no-fap lifestyle?
There is no benefit.
There actually is. You get increased testosterone, increased clarity and focus. There's actual benefits to not like masturbating.
There's also benefits to masturbating as well.
Ozra, you failed twice. You failed.
You know the benefits for masturbating is like lower blood pressure, like better concentration, your karma. It's better for your health as well.
Kyle, haven't you read? I failed the minute it happened. What the fuck? You failures. Be better.
I think it's dumb if you participate in that.
Wow. Just because you can't hold out for 30 days. Alright, Grant, I failed. What?
Hey, I can do it for as long as need be. I just don't participate because it's stupid.
I beat it once a day. Rookie numbers. You gotta get those numbers up. I hate how the good stuff appears every time the month begins. Yeah, straight fucking up! low key, once a day, at least 3 times for each period of the day. What the? I can't say anything. I'm a little bit in that boat, so I'm not gonna say anything on that one. Listen. If you're not doing it enough to where Matthew McConaughey in The Wolf of Wall Street is proud of you, are you even really masturbating? Wait, did you say Bayonetta 3 confirmed what happened with Bayonetta versus Rodon? Okay, so first off, according to Kamiya, all the fucking Rodon fights are canon, but according to Bayonetta 3, all the Bayonettas are different Bayonettas, and Rodon's the same Rodon. So you could argue that the Rodon fight just happens at the end of the game for each Bayonetta, and it fucks and changes nothing about the actual like story inconsistencies. Although, actually, I will say it's kind of weird since Father Rodon should be the strongest version. And, I mean, I guess Bayonetta, for Bayonetta 1, does show the best feat, technically, when it comes to fighting the full power or singularity. I want to have kids one day, so I don't want to ruin my wiener. What the fuck, Azura?
Sir, Director
McMullen surrendered the bodies to a civilian.
Ragland?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You did the right thing, son. Your new orders are this. Recover all samples, bodies, and evidence from Dr. Ragland.
Bring them to base 81.
To base 81.
Ragland?
Doesn't interfere.
Doesn't interfere, leave him be.
Sorry.
He's already implicated. He won't talk.
McMullen, sir.
McMullen, sir.
It's time for the doctor to learn who's in charge of this little excursion.
Fuck, Abyss, you're already too far gone. Millions of children of your seed have already been destroyed. There's no point. Well, Ozra, if it makes you feel any better, I posted a meme in OC Artwork where apparently a church said that Master Bane is the devil's typewriter, so I guess you're a novelist in some capacity.
Discovered she was working for Blackwatch. She was gone. But I had a bigger problem. A weaponized cancer was eating me from the inside out. I needed a doctor. Okay? A special kind of doctor. I needed Ragland.
How did it feel to be infected with something you couldn't control?
Like, my own body wanted me dead.
Same.
Did you ever consider how the parasite felt? An intelligent cancer ripped from its host.
Yeah, I did. Once.
Before
Before I killed it.
Ooh, how edgy. I think Death Battle's gonna get to win the Bayonetta. I think if Death Battle does Bale versus Dante, they will get to win the Bayonetta. I'd be well. I don't know. POC is pretty spicy, and they'd have to argue against POC. But the problem is that Death Battle's. So here's the thing. Funniest fucking thing is that even if POC might not be explicitly stated to be canon, by Death Battle's own rules of how they scale characters, they would have to use POC.
Isn't that because it doesn't contradict?
No, it's because Death Battle's more than happy to use side content from shit like fucking Smash Bros. For characters like Sephiroth. So this is the problem. Well, remember too, or remember how the G1 blog kind of does it similar to how Death Battle does? They're willing to use fucking Injustice for Hellboy, remember?
Right.
Sir, we've re-established contact with the target.
You screwed me, McMullen.
Is this Alex? End this. Come in. Now.
Why didn't you tell me where this sample came from?
I couldn't, Alex. I couldn't risk it.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Brilliant writing. Since both their games are coming out this year, I'm gonna be honest. I would rather the matchup be Bayonetta versus Kratos. That actually seems like a more interesting matchup. Can't wait for Lich King to beat Sauron. It's gonna be great.
You shouldn't. If they do the scaling correctly.
Nice. Warcraft 3 DLC? Yeah. The Wrath of the Lich King. I don't know. I don't scale World of Warcraft. I'm fucking with you. I don't know what the fuck he does.
So, the biggest problem I have is, like, how are they going to get past, like, all the shit POC has? Because it's explicitly, like, states that Dante has all the powers from the Book of Demons, and, like, existence erasure is everywhere, and that's the thing that fucks Bayonetta super hard, is existence erasure.
So there's also the fact on the it's getting to the hang on I'll show that. So there's also the fact on the table that like Bayonetta can't kill Dante with POC's information. You'd have to prove that she can kill him on that level, and the problem is that Bayonetta has no evidence for that. Singularity you can make an argument for, not Bayonetta. You guys masturbate with a fucking napkin or a fucking towel? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Damn, you're not paid to think, huh? Fair enough. Also, it's getting to the point where my dick hurts, so I think I should take a break for a few days. Fucking amateur, Ozra.
You're not a man until you have calluses.
On your dick?
He was running from the building.
What the fuck, Kyle? Bro, if that's not fucking
Anything else?
I don't know. I can't tell you what I don't know.
I bet you use a sock. Bro, people who use a sock to masturbate are fucking weird. I just go bare. Wait, Kyle, no, stop. Bro, stop right there before you open your fucking mouth. The reason Bayonetta versus Kratos is the better, I just jerk off. Yeah, exactly. Like, you just do it and move on through your day. You know, like a normal person. Man, I thought that self-replicating virus could be the cancer.
Yes.
So why isn't the bee in it?
Because it will.
So you just let it stay in your sheets? No.
Because you do realize that this thing was like specifically designed to trick his body into like self-killing itself, right? And it does get over it.
Very convenient. Does it get over it, or does someone help him?
No, he does conquer it himself after, like, basically injecting antibodies into something else. But then you find out, when it's stabbed into Elizabeth Green, the same cancer, she just expels it, because it's not meant to kill her.
Very convenient. You just let that shit fly? Bro, a generation scattered about, your kids are going airborne and you were just gonna about like it's normal? Bro, I don't know how liquidy your shit comes out, but if your shit's coming out that liquidy where you think it gets into the air like that, you might want to see a doctor, bro. Bro, get a better diet started ASAP.
What happened?
Nothing, Kyle. This conversation's too raunchy for your pure ears. Also, I don't let shit on my sheets. Usually, it just ends up in my like fucking underwear, and then like afterwards, I just wash it like a normal person. I bet you fuckers are the same people who use fucking lotion. You sick fucks.
I never understood that.
Zima, please. Zim, they could just straight up ignore POC and have never been consistent with that. They won't. They won't because DMC. So while DMC, okay,
Many people know about it.
So that's true. But they love it when they seem smarter than when they actually are with their research. So if there's obscure shit, they will go for it like fucking hamster. Would you fuck a hermaphrodite? What the fuck is a hermaphrodite?
Friends.
No.
Yes, you like Fuda.
No. Fuck you, Kyle. No. Wrong. Lies. Deceptions, if you will.
The Penn Station bodies are in a base in Harlem. Let's go. I think I can get what you need.
Not trans?
Oh my.
Wow. Yes? Pimpty, what's that yes towards? Answer the fucking question, Pimpty. Well, okay, so the thing is, like, well, you don't fucking spray it on the inside of your fucking underwear. Leave it on the outside, and it just fucking, like, seeps in, and then just fucking, like, goes back to dry after a while. You know, because that's what underwear does. Or I think it's just what clothing does. It absorbs liquid.
You're an animal. You're a degenerate animal.
No, I'm not. Fuck you. You waste napkins. That's killing trees, bro.
Napkins.
If it's not melting the walls, you need to get yours checked out. What the fuck, bro? It's still, even if they don't use POC, she has no way to kill him. Yeah, and now she has...
Well, the biggest problem is that when it comes to POC, a lot of the shit they could argue for for scaling the singularity gets negged by the Book of Demons.
Yep.
And their main argument would literally be like, what's it called? Like Demon Slave, and it wouldn't work because it's a dance that takes 5 fucking minutes, and Dante's half demon, so he could literally just turn Devil Trigger off and ignore it.
The Book of Demons
just turn it back on.
Is an item in POC that gives Dante demonic powers. Now, the problem is that, like, you have to argue for an AP stomp for Bayo, but then you also have to try and argue, then you also have to look at, like, can she kill him? When you hear the name Melina, what do you think? Blonde, black, or different color hair? When I hear Melina, I think a girl with, like, fucking razor sharp teeth and, like, fucking a pink, basically, bikini for a fighting outfit. There's no iframes during Demon Slave? That's true.
And that's assuming that, like, Dante lets her get the dance off.
What is that? Just ignore it. I'll deal with it. This won't take long. Just give me some time.
Kyle, why aren't you absorbing him?
They're coming!
Because he's a projectile.
Kyle, when you hear the name Alina, what hair color do you think?
I hear black, mouth of razor sharp teeth, fight in a death tournament.
I made the joke first, but I'll allow it. For fuck's sake. Oscar, you have to start picking. Oh god, I hope Christmas songs haven't started playing yet in fucking shows. Or in stores, not shows.
Well, aren't you just a mighty Grinch?
I don't want to fucking hear this from you.
I don't understand what you mean. I am full of Christmas spirit.
Damn it. This fucking... I just had to rewrite the first 5 and then fix up the fucking point of views on the others, but damn it. Rewriting this shit's fucking a pain. No, go to bed. Alright, there's poster. Man, Kyle, you're doing a pretty shit job at that.
Raglan, move! We gotta go! They're here! They're over here! Help! Help! Jesus! Get these things away from me! Help me!
Ooh, what's down? Oh, hello. No, you're not the hourglass. Yes, hello.
Are you talking to me?
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, yeah, mute your fucking mic then, fucker. Didn't that panel say they think Dante Regen can beat him with brute force? That would have been before POC, though.
That would have been before DMC 5.
Yeah, the problem is that we got a lot more information, and literally POC just makes it fucking near ridiculous. What's a good contrast to color for pink? Like Goku and Naruto wear orange and Sasuke and Vegeta have blue? Okay, you can just look up what the opposite color of pink is, because so funnily enough, in an actual color circle, blue's opposite is not red, it's orange. The opposite of red in the color circle is green. So I'd like to point out that Kyle's using an endgame character, fully maxed out, with the exception of like 3 abilities.
Actually, more than 3 abilities.
What is NNN? That's No Nut November. It's a time where men get separated from the boys.
No, it's the time where dumbasses think that they're actually good and brag about something.
Sounds like someone who's never been able to complete in the month.
Why would I?
That means Argos X is Dante's opposite? No, Argos X would be Virgil's opposite because Virgil wears blue. But then that's my point. I can 100% see them ignoring POC just cause. Now, trust me, it's
How many people and the versus community knows about it? No fucking way.
So here's the thing. DMC is not popular as a whole, but in power scaling, it's a pretty well-known verse because of how much fucking trouble it gets into often. And POC went everywhere. Again, they would literally have to argue they won't use POC, but at that point, then anyone could just look at them and be like, lime green, what the fuck? Is lime green the opposite of pink? Oh, I guess it's the opposite of pink. I don't know color circles. I just give colors to Newman and Newman draws characters.
I don't pick colors, I just give him design. Brown on brown.
Bro! That color design is fire! Suck a dick!
No, it's not.
Yes, it is! The fucking suit looks so clean!
I can send you the gif of Tony Stark saying no good plan. If you want. Even that fucking muscle mass. Bullshit.
Not lime yellow green. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, it's the opposite. Dead Battle can not ignore pure combat and say they are biased. So what I will say regarding this is simple. If they fucking say that peak of combat is not valid, then like literally anyone could just be like, okay, so they didn't fuck. I mean, they could argue it's not valid, but they'd have to argue it in the episode.
But then everyone will literally just look at them and go, okay, so why did you exclude it? What's the real reason?
When have they cared about what power scalers think? They get yelled at all the time. They actually do care about what our power scalers think. They actually, like, they've seen my content. They fucking hate me to some extent because of it. Because the fact of the matter is that they are trying to be some degree of objective. If a bunch of people can come out and say they're fucking wrong, then at that point, like, because they do get along when they do that. Like, the Dragon Ball community did that when I think fucking, when Android 18 was given power absorption.
Yeah, and they all came out in mass and basically said, even though she won, they basically said, like, no, she can't. And Ben, it's one of the only times Ben actually had to go out and apologize.
You're not the only one that calls them out. I know I'm not the only one that calls them out. But if they look at someone like me, then they know about the other people. Probably the only person they don't give a fuck about is Seth, because Seth, despite having the biggest fucking audience, is also full of the biggest fucking, like, betas in that audience. That's a stupid term to say, but, like, man, anyone who can sit there and be insulted and still give that man $100 to insult them, there's something weird about that person. Honestly, Crossroad Band, that would be much more enjoyable for me, just because I'd love to see the backlash from your side. It would also be an interesting, like, twist on the matchup. Instead of just doing the obvious one with Dante, why not just have them both go against him? They have just as much similarities as Dante and the others do. Kyle, did your game soft lock?
No. I have to kill the infected.
Alright, they kill the infected. Bale versus Pitt would be cool. I don't know where Pitt scales. Good point. It's technically a lose-lose situation. Does Bayo even have any good matchups besides Dante, or is it just Dante?
I think it's just Dante.
That's not good.
Hey, look, it's that worm thing.
You gonna die this one too? Man, I love how the virus is right outside his door, and he's not infected by it. Morgan Ansland versus Bayo. Maybe?
Why? Why? What? See the match, but I never saw any connections.
What was that, Digger Tendril? That. Son of a gun. Why do characters need thematic reasons to fight? Can't just be a power contrast or a good fight regardless?
No, because that's usually boring.
I mean, theoretically, you could make a good fight if there's not a thematical matchup behind it, but like then that's not a very good narrative. It's not a very good story fight, and at that point, you have to kind of question like, why is this happening in your story if there's no real narrative significance to it? You know?
Because when people want City versus matchups, they usually want fanatical matchups. You can do power matchups, but that's fine. But then you could literally put any character who has the same power, like the same power as the other one, and then you could end up with like a million different matchups, and it just gets boring.
Kind of like Donders and Patrick Star kind of wouldn't fit. Yeah. That's an interesting example, but that is an example nonetheless.
It's like theoretically, you could have any character fight anyone you damn well plays, but
Who
some
affects,
fights are just not interesting.
who affects people better, the Flood or Blacklight? Probably Blacklight, since they both have to touch people, and the Flood can be. Oh, excuse me. The Flood can technically be resisted if your fucking DNA's fucked up, whereas I don't think Blacklight has that problem. I think you guys are missing the point. I mean, you can still have this person fight this person just because you can.
Yeah, but just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I feel personally.
I could dress up. I could dress up as Hitler and scare my grandmother, but I shouldn't.
I'll get this under a scope.
Why are you saying like you have?
I haven't, but it's a good example of something where it's like you could, but you shouldn't.
Hell of an example, but Zim, they infect Airborne too. Where? Yo, God War games did have better combos. Yeah.
You won't hear us disagree with that.
This host will produce antibodies. These antibodies are vital for your restoration, Alex. Take this syringe, locate the correct hunter by genetic type, and inject it. If you inject it and consume it, it should cure you.
Yeah. Heard that before.
I just know that he's like ungodly pale.
Oh, Kyle, corpses tend to be, yes.
This aircraft has a DNA sensor array. I can reconfigure it to find the hunter I need.
I thought you can sense hunters and shit.
Oh no, you'll love the next power that he gets in Prototype 2. It's never explained how they can do it. They can just do it.
That's for this entire game. What the fuck are you on about? Blacklight doesn't seem to be a bad thing. So the problem is that technically most people don't get the Blacklight virus the way he does. But outside Kratos and Dante, what are Barrow's other matchups? What are our matchups? That was not a comparable metaphor. You're comparing something that's just an idea that can be good depending on how it's executed, right? For something that's consequences if you actually do it. I won't because I'm special. Yo, Nello, bro, no God of War spoilers. If I don't start talking about them spoilers, you don't say them spoilers. I mean, granted, I don't care, but like, fucking well, if Mangler shows up.
Watch these.
What?
He doesn't watch these.
You know what? You say that, but every now and again, they watch random fucking streams.
He doesn't care about God of War spoilers.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. Bro, Mangler cares about any kind of spoiler. He will fucking destroy you. Jeffrey Heavenly Sword. The problem is that there aren't too many characters who thematically work with Bayonetta. I think like maybe Lightning, but I mean she technically beats Lightning unless we use Dissidia keys. Or if we just say Dissidia Lightning and now they're even. But that's also assuming you don't think Bayonetta is anything higher than like 5D. Dude, Mangler he doesn't deserve shit. I do find it a little weird, but I can respect his oh, what the fuck? Where the fuck is he? He fucking DC'd. He fucking DC'd on me. He disconnected. Welcome back, Kyle.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. He could always just not watch stream. No, like again, like yeah, that's kind of like I suggested to him.
So what is the spoiler, by the way?
Just Freya's interaction with Kratos regarding because I'm sure you've seen it how Freya and Kratos talk to each other. Given that Devil's been like sharing the spoilers like crazy.
Nah.
Have you not seen that?
Oh, that I don't particularly care about. I either want the ending or I want like confirmation on how one gets to another pantheon.
Is that all you're just searching for?
Yes.
Just holding your breath, being like, I've got my mindset on you. I think that's partially why Mangler avoids some of these other streams, is because he knows we talk about these things and he doesn't like want to be spoiled. Which again is fine in its own right. It's just that fucking
I mean, it's kind of beneficial when he avoids because avoids hijacking.
Well, honestly, well, I mean, that is true. It is nice kind of having these sectioned up a little bit, so that way there's not too many voices going on at once. Like, if Neo shows up, that's fine, but, like, Having you guys separate allows for more focused, a better like quality streams, so to speak. I would say. Because it's a little, you kind of know what you're getting when you show up. Like you go to a Mangler stream with me and you just get like practically pure information nonstop. You go to a Devil stream and you just get a guy who just keeps insisting that death is the only way to live. And then we have these streams where we're kind of in between information and fucking jokes, but mainly it's just roasting me, which is usually every other stream.
I think you'll get a kick out of Prototype 2. There's a Mexican priest.
Okay, I'm gonna go see Lair, Lair's been demon. I'm just gonna be working on the novel on the side like I am. Because once I finish this prologue, I think focusing the first starting 4 chapters is gonna make the book flow a lot better than where it currently is. The fight has to be to the death. She can't win just by dodging. Well, she could time someone out. To be fair, if they're exhausted, they can be killed. What the fuck? What?
You explain how we got that power, because I sure as shit can't.
Nope. So yeah, I think it's safe to say we're gonna get more DMC cuts in the future.
Tim?
Yeah, I do not know what to tell you. That man just literally beat cancer and came back stronger than ever. I will not power scale Sonic when Frontiers drops. Sonic. So the thing about
There's like 30 games.
Yeah, so not only are there games, but there's also the fact that like technically there's also comics.
No, that's only for the Archie timeline. You only have to stick with the games if you're doing the game Sonic.
The games
They are not the same character. They are not the same character.
Actually, I did do a How Powerful Sonic years ago. Comics aren't canon?
Yeah, and I'm sure that it's woefully outdated.
Your mom's woefully outdated?
Yes, but not as much as your video.
You're right. She's older than that! I don't know how you got armor, but I also don't know how you can manifest blade weapons in the first place, so I guess armor's fair game. Technically the bladed weapons, I'm pretty sure, are just sharpened bones.
When you're actually, like I've shown Zim all of this for as much as he wants to give me shit about, like, how badly they handle explaining shit in this. He's seen the evidence. The virus can basically do whatever the fuck it wants.
Damn. A supportive family?
Healing.
Actually, now I think about it, how many times do you fight Alex in Prototype 2?
Once.
Just once?
Once.
Just once at the end of the game.
Yes.
Wow. Man, if only you had abilities that could close the distance. Archie video game Sonic are two completely different characters. Archie's like SMT, Dante regular, Dante except SMT, Dante on steroids. That's gonna be how you...
Archie is stupid because Archie doesn't, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't work the way people like it to. Because there's a reboot at current timeline, I believe.
So anyway, at the end of the day, it's the writer, actor, art creator's decision on who fights who, not the characters. Yes, well, I don't know if you're referring to like versus matches, you're referring to a narrative sense. Yeah, but the problem is that as a writer, you usually want to have some... You want to have some reason for your characters to fight each other. You either want them to be in conflict with each other... You don't... So, this is the thing about thematical. You don't necessarily need a thematical connection to have a fight or to have a good fight, but you need to have a significant reason for why they fight each other. The reason thematical is so important or so, wanted... is because thematical fights allow you to have a lot more fun, and there's a lot more stakes involved in investment if, like, these two opposites are going at it, you know? Although sometimes the foil shit can get a little ridiculous, to be fair. A great example of this would be, I would say, Dio and Jonathan from JoJo's, because for as iconic as that like scenario is, that didn't stop the writers dead or alive to have the characters fight over the most mundane things. Yes, but that's part of their personality. They all like to fight. I think with the exception of like 3 girls, but they're still willing to throw down whenever. They're all fighters who enjoy fighting. That you don't need to see. That's the thing there. You don't need to have a thematical difference there because we have a reason for why they fight. But that's why the final well, actually, DOA's story unfortunately has never really been too solid. But that's because they haven't really committed to doing Donovan. So the problem with DOA as a story is that they keep fucking hyping up this one character who's never shown up in any of the games, but he's the main antagonist of the entire franchise.
When DOA 7 comes out, amazing.
If DOA 7 ever comes out and they actually show off Donovan, that'd be fucking awesome. What was the piano theme in JoJo? You mean fucking Giorno's theme? I think it's not Trader's Requiem, is it? Did you fail?
What?
Oh, okay, it's called Golden Wind.
deploying a heavy to your locale. Stand clear, over. Command is authorizing strike. Tactical sweep, target unaffected, over. This'll be the third today. More fuel than
Me. Oh! They're blowing
Jackass.
up! They're blowing up! They're killing everything!
Marines from Tornado 4. We have target acquisition cleared.
Red line is
Red
strong.
line is drawn. Nothing gets on or off the island without permission from Blackwatch Command. Gentlemen, we've prepared for this moment for 40 years. We will not fail.
And then they failed.
I mean, they did and they didn't.
And how did they not fail, Kyle?
You'll see at the end of the game.
What's he doing? Seriously? Seriously?
$8 billion, seriously.
I had no idea why Green took my sister.
And
Revenge,
faithful.
bait for a trap. All I knew was I had to go back. These infected are like animals.
Paid game, by the way.
But there's something more. Like a hidden hand guiding them. The hive mind became my only chance. It was a clue to find Dana. I thought by consuming infected minds I could follow the link and that would lead me to the one that took her. But then I realized I had the means. I had Blackwatch cornered. I had their cancer weapon. I could put a stop to this right at the source if I could just get close enough to Green. So I find Dana, kill Green, stop the madness. Seems like a shot.
Something told me it didn't work out that well.
Oh yeah, they're headless. An infected army without a leader. It's only a matter of time before they're wiped out.
And if there are other leaders out there?
No. They're all dead. All dead. Except me.
So fucking, that wasn't it? Wait. Are you referring to the, to be continued? To be continued thing? Oh, that's right. If you're referring to the to be continued, like, fucking, sound, that's not a piano. That's a fucking guitar.
Is he referring to that, or is he referring to, like, the first and second season where they use Roundabout?
Well, that's why I'm asking, because, like, apparently he said piano
That's a
theme.
song.
Yeah, it's a Roundabout. But, because, anyways, I'm pretty sure Death Battle with Bayonetta versus Morgan Adams, most of their matchups aren't even theatrically good matchups anyways. That's not entirely true. They do have their...
A lot of their matchups are more thematical than we give credit for, but a lot of them do suck thematically.
So, yeah, technically, their matchups do have some thought as to the thematics around it. It's just that they deliberately just are kind of trash thematically.
While Mother represents what we think is a simple carrier, something we've seen time and again, Pariah is unique.
Why is that?
Why is that exactly?
There are several intriguing anomalies. For one, the subject is male. Secondly, it exhibits no evidence of carrying any virus. However,
Yes.
we're not at all certain what it is.
God, I thought you said this guy didn't have any powers.
Yes, they talk a lot about a character that you never meet.
I know. Yeah, the ending of JoJo's is Roundabout. It's not right song, but it's a little too long.
I mean, if you like songs go for 12 minutes.
I need to find the hunter that took Dana. This
Part 4 people one shot about Chase being their favorite OP.
I know the
Alright, Red Dust.
If I can find him,
Take care, mate.
I can consume him. Then I can find her.
Yeah, fucking, I'm gonna chase you. I'm gonna chase you. I did not like that one.
I liked it.
Well, it wasn't, it's not like awful, but it's like, I thought
It's a good song, but it doesn't fit part 4.
Part 4 fans waking up from the fucking curtains to fucking kill Kyle.
Like, when you go from Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town and, what's the final one?
Breakdown? Or Strike and Justice?
I think it's called something. I think it's called something else. But yeah, the problem is that like when you look at those two songs fit together. You look at Chase, and Chase is the anomaly when it comes to the sound.
The last up here's part 4 is Great Days. Is it? Sorry, losers. I'll just listen to Trader's Requiem 3 different times. Black light is greater than white light, which is greater than red light. I don't even know. What, Kyle, what the fuck are you doing?
I killed it by accident.
By accident? Motherfucker, there's a fucking aimer. You have to aim at that fucker.
I wasn't expecting to take that much health off it.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to consume it.
Then consume it.
But I ended up killing it instead.
Skill issue, Kyle, for reals. Why don't you just grab it and consume it? What's wrong with you? He's right there. What the fuck? Why do you have to do that WWE shit?
Strike team is mobile. Ground teams find cover and await clearance to evacuate. Strike package, report to the kill zone.
I can't. Why can't I break him like the others? This isn't working. Maybe Raglan can tell me what's different about the leaders.
Man, don't you just love writing someone else to explain all your problems for you, Kyle?
Story in my life. Oh,
You got this. Oh, you're being ambushed.
there's no way I should be exposed.
Package, stand down.
What the fuck are you on about? You literally flew in front of that helicopter. I like how you can actually miss attacks in this game and it's not just like he will instantly fucking track it.
Oh, I like as well that I can somehow like completely fly and just dead stop and go the opposite way when I do that.
All part of that density manipulation.
Oh, for real. Fucking excuse me.
Nice work, Kyle.
I gotta draw this thing someplace where Raglan can take a look at it.
Man, why don't you just absorb it?
Where are we with the operation? Ranger 27 Bravo moving into firing range. Over.
You have to protect the leader hunter from damage. What the fuck? Man, there's more denser in the earth. Oh yeah, apparently NASA found this asteroid that apparently has so much rare like material on it that if you brought it back to the planet, you can make everyone on the planet a millionaire.
Well, off you go. I want to stop working.
Kyle, I can't bring a fucking asteroid back from Jupiter. I'm sorry, that's a little beyond my range.
You're a failure.
I just like your response. That's like, well, what the fuck are we waiting for? What do you mean a little? What do you mean? So it's a little beyond my range.
Mexico, no ambition.
Please, you can't even reach Mars. Granted, if everyone's a millionaire, then it's not special to be one anymore. Who the fuck cares about being special? I just don't want to not pay my bills.
Get his attention back.
Alright, Kyle, you know, if you become... So this is where it gets kind of a little fucked. If everyone can become a millionaire at that point, the question becomes is, does inflation happen, or do we all just kind of give up on the money system and try and figure out a different way to make the economy work?
Inflation's dumb to begin with. Just because you have more of something doesn't mean it should become less valuable. That's bullshit.
Supply, demand, fucking, what is it? Fucking quantity versus, no, just quantity. Listen, you all know me. I hate communism. But like, the further mankind evolves down the line, I'm over here looking at this shit and I'm kind of just thinking to myself back in my head like, so at what point are we all just going to admit to ourselves this money shit seems a little full of shit? I'll be honest, once we got rid of the gold standard, however you feel about what the gold standard was, once we got rid of it, money became kind of like literally worthless.
Come here, bitch, let's brawl. Let's not brawl.
Kyle, you want to try doing
you.
some damage?
No, I'm just gonna fucking crumble and die. So apparently, I had like 2 hits left.
Just like an opinion on Twitter.
Oh, stun locked him then.
So when the asteroid gonna crash into us? I think NASA tested.
Alright. It's alright. If there's ever an asteroid coming towards us, all we need is Bruce Willis and Aerosmith.
I feel like there are a few components missing there, but okay.
Nothing important.
Kyle's getting fisted, and I don't. Listen, guys. I don't know how I feel about that. It's just a normal Tuesday for Kyle.
You could say I learnt this.
That's rude. You shouldn't be saying bad things about Devil like that.
Meant you, but okay.
No, you didn't.
Stay right there.
You still gonna say, nah, it shouldn't be 8 billion?
It should be 8 billion. Fuck out of here. Bro, you're not...
How many people died?
People's lives aren't worth it.
as true as that is, don't tell them that. They don't like it.
I don't care if they don't like
That's,
it.
like, that's the fucked thing. As much as people don't like to hear that, it's just like, why do you think America says that they won't negotiate with terrorists? It's because it's their nicer way of saying your life means nothing.
Listen, I appreciate.
Dude, there's over 1 billion of us. We are not like we're not that important. We're not that special. Like if you die, there's literally like thousands more that pop up.
Who's the real terrorist though? Samaj, what the fuck? No, but that's actually one of the things. That's actually one of the things where I kind of pointed out where it's like as fucked as it is, like Kyle points out, it really there's no technical value, but we ain't all British though. That is true. Worth more than the British.
The leader hunter I've examined is only resistant to your assimilation abilities. You need to weaken it first. It has 2 brains and 2 spinal columns. Break both backs, and it enters a recovery state. During this time, it's vulnerable to consumption.
How?
Strange. This almost seems like an adaptation to your methods. Use the leader we've captured. Subdue and consume it. Then find and consume the one who took Dana. It should reveal her location.
How the fuck do you know that?
He hasn't even seen it. Oh, I will thank the game that thank Christ I don't have to run all the way back here to consume it, because the game could have just been a dick to do that.
The game didn't have to be nice to you. Instead, it's just gonna make you recycle the boss fight again.
Ugh, it even looks slimy. It doesn't look wet and cold.
Oof. Alex Mercer's greater than Bayonetta using character rat logic. No, I'm pretty sure Bayonetta gets some like moon level shit. That was fast. I'll have to watch that later, Oscar. I can't watch that stuff while we're streaming. Are you seriously? Infected carriers?
Oh wait, I have to consume them.
It's not copyrighted. Don't want to risk it, Osrup. Sorry.
What don't you want to risk?
He sent me a DM video. Also, that audio would be a little distracting.
I feel like I'm connecting with something. Tuning in. These things
Maybe I could find out why I keep monologuing myself. So is Alex ever sleep or is he just doing this 24/7? He doesn't need sleep at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't really say he needs to sleep ever again.
What are you trying to say?
Just be nice.
I think technically we lose like what, a third of our life in our sleep.
Yeah, and the rest of that goes to work. So, ever since humans started working, could you ever say that you've truly lived? Because the fact of it is, the happiest people on the planet are the rich, who get to do whatever the fuck they want.
That's really messed up way of looking at that.
No, it's really not.
Nah.
Because you know who are the only people who tell me that like money doesn't buy happiness?
Rich
Poor people.
Wait, what'd you say?
Poor people.
Poor people?
Yes. They're the only ones who have told me that money doesn't buy happiness. It's like, shit. Spoken like someone who's never had it.
You want to talk about it? I mean, if we're being honest, money technically can't buy happiness. What money can buy you, though, is lack of problems, which is just as good.
Money can buy me happiness.
I know a doctor who ate food on the toilet and died from exhaustion. Money can kill you too.
Report on Project Decode.
This variant BX1120 injected in 161 tests. No fatalities. Virus replication and regrowth of the organism completed in less than 2 days. Subject show metabolic rate, strength and reaction increases. Side effects.
No side effects manifested to date.
That's gonna be fun when they're introduced.
They already were introduced.
Super soldiers.
You mean Captain America?
Green, Elizabeth A., had known associations with 6 of the 27 Hope children. It is unclear if this was the source of her exposure to the DX1118 variant.
Green's
What is known
infection
is this. Green's infection coincides within 2 days of the death of the last Hope child,
DOD.
Alan Michael K. DOD 8668, age 2 years, 2 months.
I don't know how you can eat food in the toilet and die from exhaustion unless like he had like some super bad diarrhea or something. Cause diarrhea will make you super dehydrated. So like,
I mean, as gross as it is, I know when I have it, I'll take a bottle of water with me into the toilet when I know I'm having it.
I usually don't, but
I only do that because I get like mad headaches when I get dehydrated.
I only drink one water bottle like a day, and I don't drink it all for the rest of the day. My hydration is fucked. I really
I
should.
bet it's not even like a big one, like a 2 liter bottle. I bet it's like one of those.
Yeah, it's
Small.
it's the small fucking the one you buy at the store in packs. Yeah,
Dude, you are severely dehydrated.
that might explain a lot of my problems. I should probably work on that.
I make sure to get like anywhere between 3 to 6 liters a day.
Does sparkling water count as water?
Dude, what? Why do you want sparkling water?
Well, I drink this water with a lot of potassium in it.
Is it vitamin water?
No, it's
Wait, you're drinking water to get potassium? Just eat a banana, you lazy fuck.
bananas are gross.
What?
I don't like bananas.
What do you mean I like bananas?
Bananas are gross.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No,
I'm literally telling you they are.
dude.
Yes?
Wow, you're one of those basic bitches when it comes to like flavored milk. You're just like, give me that terrible tasting chocolate milk
Oh,
instead of
fuck
instead of that
no.
good honeycomb strawberry or that banana.
Oh, what the fuck? Listen, Kyle, if you want to shove a long cylindrical object in your mouth, be my guest, but that is not my style.
Do you eat sausages?
I do not.
Do you eat Newen sausage? Newen, can you comment?
Newton's not here to help comment on that. You're
Damn, I should.
defenseless.
If you were still here, that would have been a great segue.
Zim, do you guys have a game recording of all the PLC scans? Fuck no! We need a Chinese phone for that shit. We got.
Oh my god! Do you want me? Do you want me to hit Devil up and ask him if he wants me to like lend him some money to get a Chinese phone?
No, I think the problem's getting a phone at this point.
Yeah. Do you want me to get you? Do you want me to lend you guys some money so you can buy one from eBay?
Well, actually, wait, Kyle, you're in Australia. You guys got Chinese numbers around there, don't you? You guys are practically right next to China.
I don't know if I can get one.
Would you mind taking a look at your local directory at some point?
But do you really want the least tech savvy of the group to try this?
You would literally just have to answer a text message. I think you're competent enough for that.
I still haven't set up like a voicemail in like the 5 years I've had my phone because I just don't know how.
Shh, shh, shh. You're not getting out of this.
What was that? Were you whispering?
You're not getting out of this. Just let it happen.
I don't know how. Like, for as much as you keep telling me that I'm young, I don't have the skill set of the young. I know how to do what old people do. I know how to change a tire. I know how to change a light bulb.
So do I.
I know how
You're
to
not
fix
special.
things, but I don't know anything about technology.
You're not special, Kyle. I know how to change a tire too.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. YouTube doesn't count.
That counts. Fuck you.
You didn't even know a car came with 5 wheels.
What?
You didn't even know a car came with a spare wheel. Fuck
It
off.
didn't. I checked the compartment you're at. I was right.
Then that's illegal for him to sell it to you.
I'm gonna look into that. Actually, that might be worth looking into.
It's illegal because you're supposed to come with 1 spare.
Might be a different thing here in California, but I'll check.
I highly doubt that because that seems like fishy as fuck.
Kyle, you prefer to get sent to China or Brazil?
Very humid. I don't know. Brazil's probably got nicer food, but China has less deadly animals.
Do you care about
Probably
deadly
China.
animals? You live in Australia.
Probably China because I don't have to worry about the Brazilian wandering spider, and I don't have to worry about like a fucking jaguar coming in at night trying to attack me.
What the fuck do you think happens in fucking Brazil?
I've seen videos.
Yeah, and I've seen videos.
Jaguars come right up to the front door. Fuck that.
Why are you afraid of a jaguar?
Because jaguars run hands with fucking caiman and kill them and eat them. Anything that can run hands with a crocodile, fuck that. I'm good.
You're such a pussy, man.
Right. I want to hear this from you. Mr. Oh, I don't want to watch a video where you can see spiders in the grass.
Bro, that's spiders, but a jaguar comes up to square up. I'll square up with the fucking jaguar. I'll square up with the fucking
You
bear.
wouldn't.
No, listen. Whether or not I would survive, whether or not I would survive is not the discussion.
How tall do you think a jaguar is?
How tough?
How tall?
I don't give a fuck. I'll take it on.
You do realize that even before they stand on their hind legs, they come up to like most grown men's stomachs.
And?
They've. How about the scariest part is that you wouldn't even see them coming before they kill you?
What, are they translucent now or something?
They have really great camouflage.
We're talking about panther.
Well, technically, a panther is any of the big cats that just have a black hue to them. You can have black lions called panthers. You can have black tigers called panthers. Jaguars, leopards. It's just a black hue.
Are you just basically telling me that like fucking maybe if you're in the wild they have camo? Yeah, I was gonna say if they walk up to your door, they're not gonna sneak up on you.
You'd be very surprised because for as big of an animal as they are, they can literally walk without making a noise. And there are certain instances where you can literally walk past these animals because what they like to do is that they'll either hide in one specific place, sneak up on you, or because of their camouflage, they will literally just like blend into the surroundings.
Okay,
it's fucked.
Okay, you say it's camouflage, but like you just mean black skin, right? Like they're not gonna like change the color of their fur or whatever.
You know. Okay, so do you understand why big cats like tigers and jaguars have like spots and stripes?
Yeah, it's to break up their silhouette from people. Or
Yes.
from animals. Yes, but the black doesn't do that in broad daylight. At night, sure, but in broad daylight, it wouldn't do that.
Does.
I
Yes, it does. That's when that's when most of them hunt. Like when tigers run phase with anything, that's how they hunt. They literally get so low to the ground that most of the time when they're in the brush, it breaks up their color, even in the bright day.
Yes. Wait. You're saying a panther does this?
It can, yes. Because a panther is literally just a big cat with black pigment.
So you're telling me that the jaguar is Michael Jackson? Apparently it broke up his silhouette to become
You
Michael
do
Jackson.
realize a panther can be anything from like a lion, a leopard, a tiger, or a jaguar with just a black hue to it, right?
Apparently it's also a Michael Jackson.
I mean, it doesn't touch kids, but sure. I mean, it might. If you don't look at them.
When the material is introduced, even at less than 10 parts per million, it hampers the normal biological processes of any infected subject.
How much of this stuff can we get?
Once the plant is fully online, the question is, how much do you want?
So looks like you have to inject it into the fucking person.
Actually, you find out that they just they spread this shit like Agent Orange.
Of course they did.
On my authority, allow 2 of the Penn Station bodies to be handed over to... Do you have a pen?
Go ahead.
St. Paul's Hospital. The pathologist's name is Dr. Radler.
Director McMullen, you understand I need to report this.
Just do it.
Kyle's the kind of guy who watched that one person punch a kangaroo and went on to explain all the reasons why you shouldn't punch a kangaroo in the mouth.
You're the type of dumbass to see a kangaroo in the water and you'd still want to run fade with it.
In the water?
Yeah, you're the type of person to see it in the water and you'd be the type of person to try and charge after it in a fight.
I don't charge in the fights, Kyle. I end them. That kangaroo wants to start shit and it hasn't killed me, it's gonna die.
Okay, you let me know how that goes. And they have 5-inch claws that can disembowel you and a kick that can basically, like, break bones.
Easy. I dodged the kick and just lift it up so it loses the center of balance.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Counterpoint, gun. What about a guy who beat a bear death with his
In
bear?
counterpoint, you've only got one shot before he gets pissed off.
Would a
Especially if it's
kangaroo
red
even
kangaroo.
would a kangaroo even
Especially if
actually
it's a
charge
male red
someone?
kangaroo.
So
Those fuckers are aggressive as shit.
So if I shoot a kangaroo, it's more likely to charge me than it is to like fucking run away.
Depends if it's mating season and if it's a young male in heat, it will fucking go you. You've just pissed it off.
That seems like lack of self-preservation.
That's what. I mean, have you seen what being horny does to people?
Yeah, I've commissioned you in a few times. Yeah. What about the guy who beat a bear to death with his bare hands? So those would be what you. Well, I mean, theoretically, if you have enough training and enough fucking drugs, you could probably be an animal. That the only problem is that the odds just aren't in your favor.
I'm sorry, what animal?
He beat a bear to death with his bare hands.
No, you can't beat a bear with your bare hands.
What do you mean you can't? Someone did it.
I highly doubt they did.
So you're claiming the story's false now?
I'm gonna say I'm even gonna say that this was a hand-reared bear. That was either like not wild, and even then, that's still extremely dangerous, and I still don't believe it. Because if it's a wild bear, especially even if it's like one of the smaller bears, like a black bear, no, that's gonna fuck you up something bad because it's bigger and it's stronger than you, and it'll just pin you down. Or, God forbid, it's a sloth bear where people have tried to run trade with it and they've literally lost their entire face and their body to a sloth bear. And if it's a grizzly, I don't believe you. And if you try and tell me that's a polar bear, it's just like, yeah, they're lying because, one, they wouldn't be talking to you. They'd be lunch. So go on, please. Tell me how somebody who knows animals and thinks that this is a lie is wrong. I really want to hear it.
Yeah, a man named Blazo Grovic apparently killed a bear with his bare hands.
I don't believe that at all. Is there footage? No, is there footage, or is this based on a Russian story?
It's a Russian story with a body to prove it.
Apparently, I don't give a fuck if there's a body. I need footage.
Apparently, what he did is when the bear came at him, he got on its back and he grabbed and he like basically put it into a chokehold and broke its neck while it was still trying to claw at him.
I don't believe that at all. I want to see footage. I don't believe it. I don't believe it whatsoever.
Then there's also a man from Wyoming, apparently, who killed a grizzly bear with his bare hands, I guess.
I disagree. I think they're lying.
So what these people are doing, in both stories, they're not, like, directly challenging the bear to a, like, fucking brutal fight. They both go for the neck and basically tear out its jugular while, I guess, getting into its reach.
Unless they somehow snuck up on the fucking thing, I don't agree that they killed it in fair combat. So I either say that this is inflated, or it's a blatant lie. I disagree with this.
I mean, if you're faster than the bear, theoretically, if you tear out its throat, how long would it be able to survive before it dies? Actually, would an animal even fight at that point?
Yeah. 100% it would.
Why? It's already dead at that point. Wouldn't it be more afraid?
It doesn't know that. Well, it knows that it's seriously injured and it can't understand why it's still in pain. So it's going to be even more enraged.
Good. Send in the captain.
Sir, is it true he caught the last bear on his own?
Not caught. Killed.
It's called skill issue, Kyle.
No, I don't care. I'm just going to say this right now. Unless there's actual footage, I don't believe they did this.
Kyle's the kind of guy who looks at stats on a piece of paper and says this is the truth about everything. If it's not like this, it's wrong.
No, I'm the type of person who's just like, you want to say that this is the facts and this is how it happened? Cool. Show me footage. Show me evidence.
This is why Kyle's afraid of fucking Panthers and why South Americans ain't. They don't give a fuck about these numbers shit. That Panther wants to throw down, that Panther's gonna throw down. Kyle, the type of guy say UFOs aren't real. Too true, Samaj. Too true.
So, there's enough evidence that they're probably real, just not the way that people describe them.
Oh, look, oh my god, the penis opens up. Oh my god, it's grabbing things.
Leave my tank alone.
All I'll say in reference to the situation is that in most cases, Kyle, like, yes, on like 99 times out of fucking like 100, a man will probably die to a bear pretty easily. I don't think it's super crazy to say that fucking a man can kill a bear with the right conditions being met.
No.
You
the
know,
only way you'd make me believe it is if he was actually armed with something. Other than no, I don't believe you. Too much goes against it. And for something with that kind of claim, I need actual video evidence showing that.
You know, it could just be like a statistical anomaly, right? Like, you know, by default, even with all these advantages bears have.
I don't care if it's. I don't care. I want actual footage. Otherwise, I'm not going to believe it. Because that's way too much of a stretch from what I know.
Says the man who lives in Australia. So what about the people who beat fucking sharks underwater then?
They don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They exploit the weaknesses of the shark by breaking its fucking bones and shit.
Well, no, okay, so unless it's a bull shark, most sharks, especially great whites, they take a test bite and they find out that you're not a seal and they don't like it. And they'll not continue to hunt you. Because if a shark really wants to fucking kill you, it will. Most of the attacks that happen are literally test bites.
Can't you literally just fucking hang around its fucking mouth and it can't bite you? Like, granted, it's very impractical and highly unlikely, but
you're underestimating how slippery and how strong a shark is. Do you think that's going to work?
But theoretically, you could.
No, because, again, so, have you ever felt something that's super slimy? Yes. Or oily?
No. You're giving me reason.
So try and hold on to that. If something that's head is too big for you to get your physical arms wrapped around, and then have it flash.
Again, you're telling me all the reasons why that wouldn't work, but theoretically, you could just keep yourself out of the shark's mouth range if you could hold on to its fucking face, right, or its nose.
No.
Why not?
Because it would thrash about and it would move itself. It's too strong.
Kyle, if I grab 2 fucking hooks and I stab them into the shark's face, it can't shake me off, and I can literally just stay in front of it, how is the shark gonna bite me?
Why would you stay in front of it? If you're in front of it, of course it's going to bite you.
How is it going to bite me if I'm literally pushing myself away from its mouth?
No, hold on. This is like a cutscene, and after this, I'll explain the scenario that you're trying to say.
Where is she? She's with us now. What the hell are you?
Well, what?
For what?
that was the cancer that was supposed to kill her, and she just automatically rejected it. Your scenario is you jump down and you do like a Far Cry kill on it, and you try and stick hooks into it. Okay, are you on its back, or have you flipped over to its front?
Would that make a difference?
Yes.
Why? Oh, this is pretty
Because
much
if you flip over to its front, it's going to try and bite you. If you flip over to its back, yes, you can stay out of its range because sharks can only move
so
forward.
if I can literally keep myself away from its mouth, because even in this position, I can just extend my hands forward and it can't bite me. It physically cannot. Because its mouth doesn't extend outwards like a fucking parasite.
This is where it's just like you're very much underestimating how strong a shark is, that you think you can just keep your hands physically out and it won't reach you. Like it's some sort of
So are you telling me it's gonna fucking tear out my arms?
Let's say you hold on to its nose and you're trying to push away from it.
Yes.
Given the water and how like things work in the water, your bottom half, as soon as it starts moving, will get sucked towards its face, and your arms would start bending inwards because you are not stronger than the shark as it's swimming.
Lies.
Like, you have not thought this through at all.
Well, I mean, I killed the shark, so... Sharks are also blind? Yes. But I did kill a bear. Wait, are you saying sharks are blind? Just flip them? I mean, you could
sharks are not blind.
I mean, you could flip them, yes, but then Kyle's gonna explain to you how it doesn't work underwater.
Flip them?
Yeah, just flip
them. I mean, if you're the size of an orca, sure, you could flip them, because if you do that, you can paralyze them. But if you're not as strong as an orca, no.
What if I just fucking...
I'm sorry, do I have to explain what an orca is to you?
What if I just fucking make it like...
I'm sorry, do I have to explain what an orca is to you?
No, Kyle, I know what a fucking orca is.
What's an orca?
It's a whale.
Are you sure about that?
You don't need orca strain, Kyle. You don't know the shark foot meme. Kyle isn't
Are you sure an orca is a whale? Because it's actually a giant fucking dolphin.
No, it doesn't rape people.
You do know that they're closer to dolphins than they are the whales, right?
So then you're telling me it's still a whale?
No, it's not a whale at all.
It's not a dolphin. I haven't seen it rape anybody.
You obviously haven't seen enough animal videos.
What, are you telling me I'm gonna fucking look up? I can look up a whale raping somebody?
An orca? Absolutely.
Scan?
Again, like, an orca is not a whale.
Yes, it is. It's a killer whale. Guys, we all know that dolphins are the most dangerous sea creatures.
Yeah, they're pretty malicious.
They're pretty fucking rapey is the problem.
I mean, most animals are rapey, to be fair. Have you seen what otters do?
Otters are freaks of nature. We don't need to talk about what otters do.
Also seals, like, there have been sightings of, like, sea lions literally, like, raping penguins.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Nature be weird.
Whenever you think to yourself, am I a perverted freak for watching the things I do? Just remember that animals in the animal kingdom will fuck other species entirely. Dolphins literally play volleyball with baby sharks.
Well, the thing as well is that, like, most animals, if they're going to, like, fuck with a shark, they only ever want just, like, their liver.
Why?
Blocking me.
Kyle, are you gonna kill Supreme Hunter at any fucking point today? Holy shit.
Dude, it's like trying to fight a version, like it's like trying to play against another Alex Mercer. It's fucking bullshit. Thank God this never had like PvP. It'd be a fucking nightmare.
Gorillas are the best animals. I'm sure gorillas rape you too. Or Kyle, you gonna tell me I'm wrong there?
No chance. We're not that rapey.
Oh, that's good. Monkeys? Oh yeah, monkeys are fucking animals. Won't look at that stupid statement. No, but monkeys are like fucking horror show fucking things.
Chimpanzees are like the worst. They are like a fucking menace.
Well, we can't kill them off because you know that their ecosystem's fucking more fragile than a woman's ego. Gorillas say kids before. I think gorillas, since I think they're the closest to us in the evolutionary chain, right? Can't join servers now. I have to do a ritual first. You must be patient. One of these days, probably like next week, I'll make another fucking I'll do another fucking Discord invite. The server's not as active as you might think. It's just a bunch of people who just fucking chill out every now and again. We talk. It's like it's not crazy or anything.
It's kind of like unironically the most ideal versus like thing, because if you came here, you wouldn't even know that it's supposed to be like a versus like server, because for the most part we kind of weeded out all the cunts years ago.
He's not wrong. Yeah, so
I think like 2-3 years ago, it used to be fucking a disaster area some days.
Yeah. Now it's all just chill vibes and grooves. Also, if I'm being perfectly honest, you get more interaction with like us on the stream than you do on the actual Discord server. We're there, but like we're more active here than we are on the server. You're not missing anything by not being on the server, if that makes sense. So like, don't worry about like that sort of situation if that's what you're thinking. Like, there's other stuff going on there. Like, no, it's not really as like, it's not really all that crazy. Oh, it's back. No jiggle physics, trash game. Alex should have comparable regen. Kyle, thoughts on that?
What's that?
Does Alex have comparable regen to the Supreme Hunter?
Technically, it would have comparable regeneration to him, so both should be able to do like molecular shit. So, you know what? Fuck it. It's not even a spoiler. This game's been out for like over 10 years. You fight the Supreme Hunter as the final boss, and he can basically do everything Alex can do. He's basically the carbon copy.
Thank you for spoiling the game for me.
Please.
I was looking forward to this.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. Hey, fuck you. I've been sticking around the entire time, haven't I?
Oh, you've been writing your novel.
Damn right. You know me, with all my dating experience, writing a married couple. Oh boy, this totally sounds natural. And nice, James consumed him, so he should be stronger. James will be superior to Alex. Yes, that is true.
Post-consumment? Absolutely. Pre-consumment?
Get over it, you fat fuck.
You're fatter than me. Fuck off.
No, I'm not. How much do you weigh?
80?
Fair enough. Oh, you know that fucking one guy who made those videos making fun of me?
Chaos, yeah. What about him?
He sent Alan Alan was on Discord, and he just randomly fucking messages on Discord. I wonder if that Fatso Zim still uses Twitter. And I was just there thinking myself back in my head, like, you know, I've lost a lot of weight. I'll take offense to that statement.
Is he... I haven't even checked his channel lately. Is he still fucking mad?
I don't fucking know. I don't check his channel. All I know is that Alan sent me a message that on Twitter he called me a fatso and was like, does that fatso still use Twitter? And I'm like, why you gotta be so mean? I mean, he's probably still upset. I mean, it's not healthy, but like
Bro, it's been 3 years.
Also mentioned this in the RE8 stream that Alex failed to consume James. Kyle, thoughts?
What happened?
Apparently, Alex failed to consume James.
In Prototype 2?
Yes.
Yes, but there's a little bit more context to that.
Alex just wanted to infect James.
He already did that at the start of the game.
You went on to Twitter? No, so that's kind of the thing is that, like, fucking at the end of the day, it's like, I'm in RE6. Yeah, no. Yeah, like, we have played RE8. Probably. Well, I mean, I might buy RE8, but we'll see what happens.
The situations that these things suited for. They've been trained to specifically counteract local terrorists. They're highly mobile, super strong, resilient, and capable of going toe-to-toe with even the strongest infected. Those combat. It's what they're made for.
It's what they're made for, sir.
Okay, my board's up. I mean, Jeremy for a pool of blood is pretty impressive. Yeah, it is. It's better than Wolverine's healing factor, technically. Because, so, like, when Wolverine healed back from a drop of blood, he was technically amped by the crystal his blood fell on. After that, and that was after he got hit with the atomic bomb. Lobo can also do that, I mean, clones that. Yeah, but I think Lobo, while not technically a gag character in the common sense, I'm pretty sure he's meant to be a little more of a comedic character when it comes to his abilities.
He's pretty much designed to basically be like kind of DC's version of what a gag character would be.
Yeah, he's very toony. Because I remember that actually one of the funny things about it was they tried to reboot Lobo in New 52 as a more serious character.
No one liked it, and then they had the old Lobo come back and kill him.
Yes, which is kind of ironic because they actually had the new Lobo kill the old Lobo a while back. In one of the comic art panels. I think it would have been a better...
I'm sure that went over. I'm sure that went over beautifully.
I think what would have been a smarter option for the new Lobo would have been if fucking... Instead of making Lobo like reboot, just have this new Lobo character be a survivor of his race. Like, just literally have that set up, and then just boom. Now you have a fucking new character who you can use instead of Lobo for more serious encounters if you don't want to use Lobo. Did you guys know Stanley said Lobo is his favorite DC character? Really? I'm not surprised on that one. You know, I really appreciate all the work Stanley did for, like, you know, the genre of, like, comic books and shit. But, man, can I just say as a power scaler, I fucking hate his little fucking take on, like, who would win.
Who are you talking about?
Stanley.
Oh, I still objectively disagree when creators try and say who in their series would win in a fight.
Fuck your couch. No, I don't know if you know this, but fucking what happened was someone asked Stan Lee one day who would win in the fight between the Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. Now Stan Lee, obviously being a writer who works at Marvel, gave the honest answer. Whoever the writer says wins at the time. The problem is...
That's the correct response.
That is. The problem is that fucking every fucking person who hates power scaling will quote that to death and be like, this is the correct answer. You guys can't objectively compare things. It's whoever the writer says would win. And I'm like, Stanley's right within the context of a singular story or a singular universe. But you can't say that if you're comparing like fucking, I don't know, DC versus fucking... not even Marvel, like Image Comics or something.
There's two characters from a different franchise.
Yeah, like, same franchise, fair game. Different franchise, go fuck yourself. That rule doesn't apply. I think Lobo's a pretty like Saitama. He is.
Even in the same franchise, it can be very, like, dubious saying that.
Especially fucking, especially since you also gotta take into consideration how the franchises treat their characters and like fucking how stories are treated, because sometimes you just don't have enough like through line to actually scale. But in fairness, that would not be fucking on our end. That would just be like how the story goes. I will say this, and I might get some shit from people who liked old Lobo. I thought new Lobo's design was like a little more interesting than fucking old Lobo. But maybe that's because I was just so used to seeing old Lobo for so long. Like a fresh coat of paint just seemed like unique. Kind of like when Superman gets a black suit and everyone jizzes in their fucking pants, even though it literally looks the exact same as the fucking blue and red suit.
Or like how some people still jizz in their pants when Goku gets a new transformation and it's just another hair.
Well, damn, you didn't have to do him like that, but yeah.
Like, I don't know how you feel about like the Super Saiyan transformations, but people are just like, "Oh, Super Saiyan 4 looks great." Super Saiyan 4 looks like shit.
You don't like Super
It's
Saiyan 4?
better. Dude, I don't like the hair. I don't like the hair all over the body. Like, it's better than the shit in Super, but man, I don't like the Super Saiyan 4 look.
But like, it makes sense though. It's like an evolution of their fucking their natural transformation combined with
No,
the Super Saiyan one. Yes.
no, it really doesn't.
Okay, so you have to combine the Great Ape in a Super Saiyan form. How would you have done it?
Batara was somebody who's in Ozaru form.
Doing Super Saiyan 4, invalid opinion, skill issue? I mean...
You all think I have an invalid opinion on Resident Evil 4 when none of you can give me an actual good reason for why the game is, like, anywhere below, like, anywhere above, like, brutally mediocre.
It took 3 hours, Kyle. It took 3 hours for you to mention Resident Evil 4. But no, so fuck. I think Super Saiyan 4 looks fine, but now I'm kind of thinking to myself a little bit. Do I think Super Saiyan 4 looks fine because it's like more effort than Dragon Ball has done for their transformations in general since the fucking Saiyan saga? Or no, the Frieza saga has a pretty solid transformation. Well, no, it's just the fucking Saiyans who don't have good transformations. The villains have solid transformations across the board. It's just the Saiyans who just don't have it. Current Venom, Dylan Brox, and BL2 is kind of reference to Lobo with the chains. Is he? Venom gets tossed around like a fucking prostitute. No one fucking knows who's fucking got Venom now. Brock's no better. Brock goes to fucking everybody at fucking some point. They should have kept Anti-Venom around. Anti-Venom would have been like the coolest fucking way to keep Brock around, but now they're like, no, fuck Anti-Venom. Yeah, so like, I mean, granted, the problem is that like I don't know if he, well, I don't know if they just don't like drawing new transformations, or if like, if I'm being honest, I think it's one that we're used so loosely just looks like Godsend in comparison. I think that's partially because yeah, like in any other series, would you consider Super Saiyan 4 like an actual really good transformation?
Really, it just looks really weird.
No, but like in fucking Dragon Ball Z, it's like the fucking might of the it's like the might of the gods has come down to bless us. Might of Zeus has come down to show us his ways. Alright, after you're done with this mission, we'll call it there. Because I do go to college tomorrow.
Oh. That bad checkpointed. Thank God.
That fucking, they were not fucking around there. In Air series, it would be a black shape transformation, but imagine how it would be if Goku actually resembled some Wukong in the Super Saiyan 4. Listen, all I'm saying is you got a problem when Luffy's fucking gear transformations are more unique and better looking than your fucking transformations. Are you helping Blackwatch or no?
Trying to infiltrate a meeting, but I have to like pretend to be one of them.
One of us. One of us.
I'm actually like very interested to see when they eventually put Luffy into a death battle to see who he goes up against.
Didn't they already have Luffy in a death battle?
No, they haven't. They've only had Ace, Zoro, and Sanji.
Fair enough.
I'll call it now. It's either going to be like Naruto or it's going to be fucking Toriko.
I think Naruto matchup works better, but you know that's just me. I don't know too much about Toriko though.
It's more because both are animated by Toei. They have like crossover animations. Both have stuff to do with like large quantities of food. It's more like circumstantial stuff like that.
They should have shot you on sight. Can I just say I appreciate like that your enemy. I think Luffy's transformation is the most unappealing, deplorable shit I've ever seen. I don't care how unique it is. It looks fucking ridiculous. No, yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is a great transformation. Kyle's just gay.
No, it's not.
Dude, it encapsulates their monkey origins.
Why would it? Why? That's such a dramatic change from 3. Why is the next evolution hair everywhere like an Italian?
Oh, yes, you're right, because hair the size of your torso was such a worse option. What I appreciate about this game is that, for the most part, it's not that your opponents are, like, incompetent. You're just stupidly fucking strong.
That's the point.
Alright, now have fun getting fucking baned. Oh, you got this. Never mind. You're fine.
Dude, I'd kill Bane.
They kind of teased Naruto versus Luffy at the KO scene. What the hell is the KO scene?
When at the end of Naruto vs Ichigo. That's more of a fun little cameo. I don't know if that would like confirm it, and if it does, like poor Luffy because he doesn't have the scaling to keep up.
You're right. He's got better scaling.
Tell you what, when you can produce me a Luffy that reaches into the galactic ranges, come get me.
Red Crown to all units. Blood tox effectiveness on news confirmed. Affected zones. Deploy as needed.
Gotta get out of here.
Alright. He's finished the level. Yeah, we're gonna call it here because I gotta go to college tomorrow.
The revelation.
It killed me.
It killed me. I'm not human. Alex is just the role I play. Part of me was relieved. And part of me died. Just another disguise, right? So ingrained. So real. Even I
Realized then I was a part of it all.
I realized that
Offshoot
I was
of the
part of it
virus
all.
that
An offshoot of the virus that struck Hope in '69.
there was a secret.
In the story, whenever Goku goes more into his later forms, he goes more into his Saiyan roots. He acts more serious with his features, such as his eyebrows in 3. At least this applies to Z. Yeah, it's actually true, because in order to get Super Saiyan 3, you have to extract every single bit of potential from your Saiyan body.
This he.
Whoever did this,
I knew you could.
I knew you
One
could give
no.
to McMullen, and that McMullen would know.
Fuck Athena on Borderlands. Athena wasn't that bad. My brother played Athena, but then again, I played the Doppelganger, so I didn't care. Alright, Kyle, go ahead and save. So, for those of you who like the streams, again, and would like to stop on by, for a stream tomorrow, we're usually on Kyle's channel every Thursday, streaming, currently right now, the stream going on is fucking Uncharted. So, this is going to be it for the streams this week till Sunday, or actually, wait. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because usually Kyle streamed on Saturdays, but that was because of having to get through games at a super fast rate. So we'll see what happens this Saturday. But again, Balrog Blaze, I'll go ahead and fucking make a little channel comment tomorrow again, just to show if you guys want to stop by for a stream. We will be on Kyle's channel. A little more crazy stuff goes on there as he gets more drunk throughout the stream. But is there anything you'd like to say, Kyle?
I will be slightly later than usual. Work's decided to fuck me in the ass. So I'll be... Instead of traveling my normal time, I'll be slightly late.
Alright, that's fine. Alright, so with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on the next stream or video. Take care, everybody. Also, Jeremy, before I go, Goku technically still has amnesia from that fall, but he was basically a baby.